God. Testing. Test.
Testing, test.
Test.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 735th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Wednesday, March 5th. Wait, Wednesday, May 5th.
That's correct.
Of 2020. Good God, March 5th. March 5th is Grandma Jones's birthday. I think I got that mixed up. Grandma Jones, adopted grandmother, long story. It is good to have you all in here today. As always, we are streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, MGTOW.tv, and in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K to Sharpe Stream, the first and only independently owned and operated live streaming platform for us, by us. Probably catch a lot of flack from the black community for saying it that way. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. I am joined once again by the lovely and talented Dev. So, Dev, we tried this little experimental deal as Devon looks at the camera to see how she looks. She's a woman, guys. Let's just cut her some slack. So we tried this experimental this experiment, you know, bringing you on and having the dynamic. It seems to have worked, right? Right now, all of the feedback is positive, but you know a day is going to come where someone is going to say something just a little bit off-putting.
Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
God damn, that quick.
If not tonight. I'm expecting it.
Okay, all right. I mean, listen, I'm certainly no stranger to criticism, and unfortunately for you, you're not either.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it is. We let it roll off of our back here at TSR Towers. So shout out goes out to the lovely and talented Devon for riding shotgun.
Thank you.
Once again. Later on in the show, Dev has a surprise video that she wants to show me. She looks and laughs at me in a sinister type way. So I'm not really sure in terms of what to expect, but I'm sure we will all get a good laugh out of it. Hopefully I'll get a good laugh out of it.
My favorite YouTube video I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah,
oh, okay. What is it, like
favorite.
Magic Mike?
It's wonderful. You're going to love it.
Magic Mike XL? Like, is it 12-inch
Yeah.
swinging sausages?
You're going to love it.
Trying to get me kicked off of YouTube here. So we'll have that. Also, we are going to break down a video, small video, of a woman who is absolutely clueless about what hypergamy means. She has absolutely no idea what hypergamy means. It's actually kind of funny because she thinks she does, and she speaks as though she is the authority in hypergamy, but her ignorance in terms of what's going on with hypergamy comes right through the screen. Dev and I also have a new favorite content creator, and she, like, what she talks about is mainly dating, and it goes against everything we stand for here, but I can't get enough of this chick. Like, it is, listen, she's wrong as hell, right? Her message is absolutely, it's bad for women, but it's really, really entertaining. It's a barrel of laughs, to keep it clean for YouTube. This bitch is really, really funny. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to break down what she says and what it means and all that good stuff. But really, I think the reason we're pointing her out is because she makes us laugh so much. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. She really does, like, Dev, she really is original in terms of her comedic delivery, right?
Yeah, she's a character.
She's something else. She's definitely something else. And then, of course, pardon me. Then, of course, we're going to take a look at an article that you wrote on your blog briefly. And Dev has started. Dev, actually, you started this blog a while back. I don't know if you want to get into it or not.
It was like 3 years ago. I did it for a couple months. I just decided not to pay for the hosting anymore and kind of put it in inactive mode.
Why'd you stop?
Time.
Really?
Yeah, just didn't have the time. That, and it was, like, I don't know. I guess I said what I had to say, and then I just kind of tabled it for a while.
Got a lot more to say now, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, it's titled, hard advice for women to hear.
Oh.
So, yeah, it doesn't really go over well in a lot of communities. So,
okay.
At least I can't get banned on my own blog.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't let them find out where your hosting is. I think we have a pretty good solid host with Sharpe Stream. There's no way they're taking us down. Like, we're good to go there. Yeah, right. Yeah, good luck with that. And so that, of course, will parlay in today's main topic, male advice versus female advice in terms of dating. We're going to take a look at two different articles, and we're going to talk about the difference between male advice and female advice with regards to dating. But first, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take a look at a very interesting, I guess, cute-ish video. So, as you guys all know, Kevin Samuels, very, very good friend of mine. He and I go way, way back. We go back, 3-4 years ago. The bigger he gets, the more he calls me. I thought it would literally be the opposite, but listen, Kevin, true to his word, says, "Listen, man, I'm not going to forget about you guys. Not going to forget about you guys." And so Kevin and I still remain very good friends, even though he is at a bazillion subscribers. He's basically a blue check celebrity at this point, even though he doesn't have one. But my guess is that he will probably have one very soon. At any rate, Dev and I were watching his show on our TV, and our cat Callie became enamored by the little, what is that little thing called on his set? What is that?
I have no idea.
Nobody knows what it is, but I think one person knew what it was. Nobody knows what it is, but This is like a 10-second video, and just want you guys to take a look here at my cat, Callie.
Bought into this whole notion of I can go out and live the Sex and the City single life. I can do, let me take that back. I can go out and do everything that a man can do. And then they bought into this whole notion of I can go out and live the Sex and the City single life. I can do, let me take that back. I can go out and do everything that a man can do. And then they bought.
She's a cutie.
Yeah. She's so Callie is a Devon Rex cat. And you've had what, 3 Devon Rex cats in your life? 3?
I've had 3 that I've had for a long time, total of 5.
You had 5?
Yeah.
There was there was Pixel, then Neo.
Then I got Voxel, but Voxel passed away really young because I had a
And Neo had all the health problems.
Yeah, so she gave me Serene in exchange, and
then you
so
had Serene forever.
I built the breeder a website, and so she kept giving me cats.
Oh,
because she
wow.
was doing really well.
Well, there we go. There we go.
So, but yeah, Callie's the one we got last year from the Ukraine. My little pandemic pet. She's awesome.
Yeah, Callie is unlike any cat I have. Like I met Serene when she was in her advanced age.
She was 16 and.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, listen, she was old. It is what it is.
She looked like.
She was like a grumpy old lady, man. She really was. She used to shit all over the carpet. And I used to blame her. I was like, you know what? When I get to be about her age in human years, I'll probably be shitting on myself too. So I had to cut her a break there. But Callie is unlike any cat I've ever met. She is a very social cat. When someone knocks at the door, when someone new walks into our place, she doesn't run. She goes and she greets the people. She eats everything. She eats steak. She eats butter, barbecue sauce. She eats
mayonnaise, cheese,
beef jerky. It's like
I can't eat beef jerky around her.
Dude, she's the craziest freaking cat, man. She really, really is. Listen, she's a barrel of laughs, and she's not afraid of the vacuum cleaner. She's just a weird cat. I don't want to say she's a weird cat, but she's very, very different. She's not shy. I remember when the guy brought her to our house. I think he drove from Florida or New York.
Yeah, she had flown from the Ukraine to Florida, and then they drove her from Florida up to where we are. Mm-hmm. And the guy opened up the crate. She comes running out like a boss.
Yeah,
she's like, okay, where am I now?
Yeah. Normally when you bring a new cat home, like with Kona and Dexter, they stayed in their crate. They went and hid behind the couch for 3 days.
Right.
Nope, not this one. This one was out and about, sniffing dogs' butts, annoying the cats, and it was love at first sight for the both of us. And so now Callie is another in a long line of Kevin Samuels fans. So shout out to Callie for entertaining us all. We got some super chats. What do we got here?
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to do the math.
Oh, just what is the PLN?
It's a
120
Polish,
Plockskis?
Zlotsky.
Okay.
Okay, it's a $31 super chat. Says,
oh,
boo-boo.
thank you.
Thanks for your content. I learned a lot. Cheers from Poland. By the way, Rona.
FK Rona.
FK
All right,
Rona.
very good. Appreciate that. Boo-boo.
And Adrian Tapia. Donovan, courses worth the purchase.
Thank you very much for that, Adrian Tapia.
Sorry.
It's all right. Johnny Tapia is a fighter. That's the only reason why I know how to say his name. So appreciate that, Boo-Boo and Adrian Tapia. Appreciate that very much. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into today's topic. So what we're going to do today is we are going to discuss the difference between male and female relationship advice. And you guys know I've talked about this before, and I'll probably bring this up during today's podcast. But what it really comes down to, and you know what, it's interesting, I haven't really looked at the male advice. I looked at the list, but I haven't really broken it down yet. But we're about to find out if the male advice is in line with the kind of advice that we give, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and get right into it here. So the first one right off the bat, you see it says 25 pieces of empowering relationship advice for women. Now, you said, Dev, that the first thing that jumped out to you was the word empowering. Why is that sort of a buzzword for you?
I don't know anything about a relationship that's empowering. If it's empowering, the balance is off.
Really? In what way?
I think so. I mean, unless it gives you your self-confidence, great. But if you feel empowered in a relationship, it's like you've got more power than the other person. Like you feel like bolstered.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's what the word empowered.
Well, I mean, I understand it's trying to say it's trying to give you confidence, right?
Okay.
Empowering advice, like let me give you confidence, but the advice isn't very empowering whatsoever.
Okay.
Another thing that struck me is compared to the article that the Mail wrote, there's 40% more tips
Right.
as far as pieces of advice.
Yeah. Kind of like the male and female list in terms of what we require in a mate, right?
That, and she calls it women and he calls it ladies. So already it has like a feminist undertone to it, like
Feminist, you
empowering
say?
women.
I
Yeah.
see. Confidence. Now, a lot of women seem to think that men love confident women. And I've always been of the mind that there is a big difference between a masculine confidence and a feminine confidence.
That's true.
What in your view, what's the main difference between a masculine and a feminine confidence?
Masculine confidence is like a man who knows who he is. He walks into a room. He can command a room if he needs to. He's not looking to others for reassurances, like, am I okay? Are they mad at me? That kind of thing. And he knows his purpose and he's on it.
Okay.
For women, it gets confusing because a confident woman is one who just simply believes in herself and believes that she's well-rounded. She can handle a social situation. She's not worried about how she appears because she's practiced it enough where she's confident in how she appears.
Right.
And she's not worried about what other people think because she's been who she is. She knows who she is. Same kind of thing with the men, but most women these days confuse it as being like a total arrogant, self-centered boss.
Yeah, like a man. A lot of women tend to think that men like masculine confidence on a woman. I wouldn't really use the word feminine confidence. I would just use the word feminine because confidence to me, that is a masculine trait. Listen, man, if a girl knows she looks good, it's almost like the absence of light is dark. There's no such thing as dark. It's simply the absence of light.
Okay.
Whereas a woman who is confident, that is simply the absence of masculinity. You know what I mean? So let's say a woman knows she looks good. She walks into a room. She doesn't give off that masculine confidence, but feminine confidence is the absence of, I don't want to use the word depression, but the absence of insecurity, right?
That's what I was going to say. Self-assured is
There you
probably
go.
the more feminine term
There
for
you go.
it. No guy wants to walk in with a woman on his arm who's, kind of cowering, doesn't
Sure.
want to talk to anybody,
Right, right.
So in a sense, a confident woman, is proud and feminine.
Right.
I could just see how it gets skewed. For women, it's, being confident just means like being loud and
Yes,
abrasive.
right.
Yeah, and just, like you said, masculine.
Being self-assured as a woman, that comes out in your body language, right?
That's true.
If you're not self-assured, if you're anxious, if you are insecure, just like you said, just the slumped shoulders, looking around like, I hope nobody sees me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a self-assured woman walking with a confident man has her head held high. She doesn't have to say anything. Everyone in the room knows, okay, there's a self-assured woman with a confident man.
That's correct.
Okay, very good. All right, just wanted to get that.
And women pick up on that very, very quickly.
Do women know the difference between a self-assured woman and a confident woman?
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think they have any idea that there's a difference.
Yeah. With women, it's a lot of things are just black and white.
It's true. Yeah.
Except for when it comes
to them, yeah.
There, right, exactly. When it comes to their licentious behavior, et cetera, then all of a sudden, no, not everything is black and white. I see Paul Sanabria just dropped a $20 super chat. Give us a few minutes. We'll get to that. I want to go ahead and get into the article. So the beginning of the article, by the way, this first article was written by a Carol Morgan. She is the owner of hersidehisSide.com. Let's jump in here and read her full profile. I haven't even looked at this yet. Dr. Carol Morgan is the owner of the relationship and dating website hersidehisSide.com, which gives advice from both a male and female perspective.
How'd she pull that one off?
I have no idea. That is probably your husband, right? She is also a dating coach and communication professor, PhD in gender and interpersonal communication. So she has a bullshit PhD.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's whatever. An expert on the Living Daytona TV show, a speaker and an author. She helps people with dating and relationships and life by teaching them how to change their thinking and behaviors to maximize their overall happiness. Visit her at hersidehisSide.com and Dr. Carol Morgan.
So her biography already contradicts her advice. So we'll see.
In what way?
You'll see.
Okay.
We'll
all right.
cover it.
All right. Yeah, Devon actually read the article. She does better research than I do. Let's take a look at her. She's also got a Twitter feed here.
No, I don't. Oh, the lady does.
The lady does,
My
yes.
bad, my bad.
Her side and his side. Let's see. I mean, and again, I haven't been through her Twitter feed yet. You can tell a lot about these quote-unquote relationship coaches. I'll be sharing an announcement next week. The best way to handle the 15. Oh, so let's just real quick. We'll get into it, but I want to see what this is. The best way to handle the 15 most common marriage problems here. Let's see. It's probably just a bunch of fluff.
It looks gated.
It does look gated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I understand that. I get it. Okay. All right. Well, at any rate, I think we know. Listen, I'm not saying that Carol Morgan is completely unqualified. Actually, yes, I am. Because women are not qualified to give honest and true relationship advice. They're not. I don't care who you are. And you want to know why women are terrible at giving relationship advice? Because what it means, Dev, is it means revealing and verbalizing unflattering truths about yourself. There are certain things about you that are immutably true. But you're never, especially not on the air or to anybody else, you're never going to say, well, if Donovan ever leaves me, then I'm jumping right back on the carousel. You're not going to say that. You're going to do it, but you're not going to say that out loud.
Of course.
This is why women shouldn't be giving out relationship advice, because men, we're not afraid to vocalize unflattering truths about women. We're comfortable with doing it with us, right?
Well, men aren't comfortable giving unflattering truths about men.
Are you kidding me with that?
Yeah.
We talk about unflattering truths about ourselves all the time, man.
No, I said women aren't afraid to say unflattering things about men. You said...
Oh, I thought you were talking about... Okay.
Okay.
Men, we're not afraid to reveal unflattering truths about ourselves.
Oh, no.
I mean, this is just how it is. Women are very quick to point out unflattering truths about men, but women are not even close.
Right. I would never have shared the dairy ice cream story.
Oh, my God. No, you would not have,
No,
but...
I would not have.
I felt a need because the room had to be fumigated.
One
The
thing-
sheets had to be changed.
I didn't even wake up.
Of course not. Of course you
There's
didn't
one
have to
thing
wake
I
up.
wanted to point out. When women give advice like this, it's often coming from there's an ulterior motive to it.
Like what?
They want clicks on their articles. They want to be known as an expert. They basically give advice that they would want to hear themselves.
There you go. And that is the main difference between that's the main difference between good advice and terrible advice. So let's get into this. 25 pieces of empowering advice for women. Number 1, right out of the gate, have your own life. Actually, what I need to do is I just need to move this over just a little bit because I don't want to, I want you guys to be able to see the whole screen. So give me 2 seconds here. So she says, number 1, have your own life. There we go. All right. Number 1, have your own life. You might be crazy in love with each other, she says. Damn it, that thing keeps going to the fucking left. Jesus Christ. You might be crazy in love with each other, but that doesn't mean the rest of your life should stop. Don't abandon your friends for him. Don't take up golf and give up your massages if you don't want to. Have some independence and an identity of your own, because if you don't, things will get boring and routine in the relationship. This is bullshit advice.
It is.
What this woman has just said, and this is the way most women will take this advice, when she says, have some independence and an identity of your own, what she's really saying is don't give up the traits, habits, characteristics that put your relationship at risk. If you want to go out for girls' nights out, don't stop that on account of a man, right? Well, guess what happens on girls' nights out? You get butt fucked in the club bathroom by the hot new DJ.
I thought the exact same thing. It's like, if you like cooking, sure, go ahead and keep on cooking.
Right.
But don't continue to do the things that will put your relationship in jeopardy.
Right. A lot of times girls will talk about other girls in relationship. Oh my God, Maria can't go anywhere without Fred. It's like he's got her under lock and key. He doesn't want her hanging out with her friends. No, Fred doesn't want Maria hanging out with her slutty friends. Fred doesn't want Maria hanging out with her married friends who are all cheating on their husbands every time they come see me in Vegas, where I butt fuck them at the Motel 6 on Tropicana.
It also demonizes being bored. What's wrong with being boring? You can be a little boring in a relationship. Guys like to have
Oh,
to know what
boring.
to, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Guys like to know what to expect. They don't really care for surprises. They kind of want repetition. It's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
It's good. They don't want to suddenly hear that, oh, I joined a bowling league with 4 of my coworkers every Thursday night. So,
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. That's definitely not happening. Yes. Listen, women, you can be boring. This doesn't mean that you have to have the personality of a dining room table. But I think it's overrated, and girls always take this advice. You have to be full of life and the life of the party. No. The life of the party and full of life and personality, number one, means she's not going to shut the hell up, and number two, she's going to draw attention to herself. I'm not saying that you have to be as boring as a cardboard box, but by the same token, just like you said, men, we like predictability. We don't like spontaneity. Listen, if you want to surprise me with a brand new shirt, I'm good with that. You're not going to surprise me with, just like you said, surprise, I'm on a bowling league, or surprise, I'm going to Applebee's with Kevin and Sales and his best friend Dave for a work function.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Very good. Number 2, it says, don't be. Oh, by the way, ending number 1. She says, have some independence and an identity of your own, because if you don't, things will get boring and routine in the relationship. What she's trying to say, again, is she's trying to keep girls from being boring. Just like you said. I don't mind boredom. I'd rather deal with a boring girl than a girl who's all over the place. All right, number 2, don't be needy. It says being needy and chasing go hand in hand. If you want to see him 24/7, text him 24/7, and basically think the world resolves around. This is a doctor. Jesus Christ. I'm a PhD. Revolves around him. You're being needy. Needy behavior is suffocating for people, especially men. You think these behaviors will help you hold on to him, but it actually has the opposite effect. It pushes him away. That is false. A lot of guys like to say, I want to be the alpha male. I want a woman who's going to submit to me. She needs to be all over me. She needs to be able to live for me and only me. Well, guess what? If you want a woman to submit to you, if you want a woman to relinquish control, guess what she's going to have to be? She's going to have to be needy. A lot of guys get what they want, then all of a sudden they complain, damn, dude, Maria's always texting me. Can I do this? Should I do that? Where should we? Bruh, you're the leader. That's what you said you wanted. Maria is feminine. She's docile. She's submissive. She is doing what you want her to do. So do you want a submissive woman or don't you? Submissive women are needy. They need you. Your thoughts?
It reminds me of the time that you told me that when you stop yelling at me, it means that you no longer care.
Okay.
So as long as you have a strong reaction, that's good. So, it's one thing to be annoying. It's another thing to actually honor what the other person requests and go ahead and do it. Now, if that annoys you, that's on you. You asked for it.
Sure, right.
But I don't know. I think that she's trying to conflate boring and needy, and it does the two. It's not the same. It's not it's not like you don't have to be boring and needy. I don't know. Go ahead.
I will say this. The only time, because you remember the Wedding Crashers, the movie Wedding Crashers.
Stage 4 clinger.
I got a stage 4 clinger.
Yeah.
If a guy is serious about a woman, he likes her to be clingy. Because if she's not clinging to him, guess what? She's clinging to somebody or something else, right? So again, if a guy you're seeing, ladies, is like, oh my God, you're too clingy, you're too needy, then guess what? He's not serious about you. Guys want a woman who's going to be all about them 24/7. It might get annoying. But guess what? That is the better trade-off to having a girl texting you every 5 hours than a girl texting you every 5 minutes. Listen, if a girl's texting you every 5 minutes, at least you know what she's up to in terms of where her loyalties lie. She's texting every 5 hours. You're like, okay, well, I like that she's not needy or clingy. But then now you start to suspect, well, wait a minute, what is she doing with the other 4 hours and 58 minutes?
Right.
Number 3, make sure you connect physically, emotionally, and mentally. Easier said than done. But these things are crucially important. If you're just physically connected, but you don't connect emotionally or mentally, then you can't make it for the long haul. Or maybe you connect mentally, but oh my God, you have to be strong.
Still think in the room.
Yeah, this is too much. Isn't it? Isn't this, I don't understand. Listen, okay, connecting physically and, for me, listen.
Mentally?
Right. I don't know. For a guy, I just need.
You guys just have to jive.
Yes,
you get along.
It has nothing with yes, you and I are aligned.
We speak
are
the same
the same
language.
get the fuck out. Oh yeah, right, Ash. When a man knows your love language, God, he was so full of shit,
so
wasn't he?
funny.
I loved him. I liked Ash and his brother, Antish. Oh, this is the worst advice ever. Don't chase him. So, yeah, I need Coach Greg Adams. So it says, unfortunately, many women do this a lot, and you might not even know you're doing it. Chasing, she says, comes in all forms. It could be obvious, stalker-like behavior, such as calling him 100 times a day. Dude, see, again, apex fallacy.
Right.
No, dude, what girl has time to call a dude 100 times a day? Ain't nobody doing that. Come on, man, get out of here. Or it could be more subtle.
You're going from like normal people to extremely mentally
Yeah.
ill in the same sentence.
You see what I mean? And again, what did I just tell you? Girls are always, it's either you're totally down to earth or you're fucking crazy.
Right.
There is no in between. Or it could be more subtle. Like you're the only one initiating contact all the time, meaning you are more interested than he is. Chasing is a turn off for men. Let him chase you. Let me let you ladies in on a little secret here. This is why you don't listen to women like this. Advice like this is exactly the reason why sexual relations between men and women are in the toilet. If you don't, listen, man, it's real simple. If you like a guy, you gotta let him know. And if a guy likes you, guess what? That's not going to, quote, scare him off. You understand what I mean? If you don't chase the guy is going to think, well, I mean, she's not chasing me. I mean, I guess she doesn't like me. The girls are always like, oh, I got to play it cool and coy. I'm going to text back in 20 minutes. I'm going to text back in 2 hours. I don't want to chase him. I have to let him chase me. Then all of a sudden he ghosts you and you wonder why. Ladies, check this out. We have more value than you do, okay? There are far more of us than there are of you. I don't even consider myself a high-value guy. I mean, me calling myself a high-value guy is like somebody giving themselves their own nickname.
Right.
You can't do it. Only the sexual market determines what your value is. Am I a high-value guy? Maybe, maybe not. But I do know this. Financially and statistically speaking, there are a shitload more of 20-year-old big-breasted women running around than there are of Donovan Sharpe. That being said, it is on the women to chase the men. There are more of you who want less of us. Do you agree?
That was one of the first pieces of advice that you ever gave me is if you like someone, tell them.
Right.
You know? We're not teenagers anymore. We don't need to go playing games with people.
Yeah, do you like me? Do you like me? Check yes or no.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, what is that? Yes, women, if you like him, listen, if you're just using him for the occasional bang and bounce, fine. Let him chase, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing. If these women, the more a man chases a woman, the less attractive he becomes. The more a man chases a woman, the more needy and thirsty he looks. So this advice that she is giving to these women, it's just like every other kind of advice they give, it is to emasculate men. Ladies, if you like him, tell him, chase him. And if you chase him away, then guess what? He was never serious about you in the first place. And if you have a problem with that, then neither were you. You can't expect men to be serious about you if you're not serious about them. Women want it both ways. Women will chase a guy they'll chase a guy they don't like just to see if they can get him, right? Mm-hmm. And then when he pulls a bang and bounce, oh, I can't believe he left. Well, I mean, okay, that means he wasn't serious about you anyway. Well, I wasn't serious about him. So what's the problem?
Right.
What's the problem? We're going to get the super chats here in a minute. Love yourself. Number 5. Oh, boy.
Because every guy wants a girl who loves herself. And is full of self-love.
Oh, my God. So many women complain, it continues, that they either can't find the right partner or they always attract jerks who don't treat them right. Well, it's probably because you don't love yourself enough. You can only attract the level of love that you feel through yourself.
Oh, my God.
Blah, 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 blah. So look at all of your good qualities and decide to love yourself exactly the way you are right now. Okay.
She sounds like she got that off a poster in a therapist's office.
Yeah, dude, this whole self-love thing. Listen, you and I don't think have ever had this discussion. There's no such thing for women as self-love. A woman cannot love herself if a man does not love her first. This is why we got miserable women out here talking about, well, I love myself, so self-love never did shit for any woman except for push guys away. So let me ask you something. Because you're a woman. Are women, because I don't think women are capable of self-love, but I'm not a woman, so I don't know.
It's never really crossed my mind, do I love myself?
Okay.
I think that's some crap that people are just making up to sound important. Like, I love me for me. So you have to accept me because I love me. So you have to love me too.
So women proclaim self-love in that context. In other words, you have to take me as I am. If I'm 250 pounds and you don't like me, well, I love myself, so you have to love me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ay, ay,
And I always thought that self-love was self-care. You know, like taking care of yourself was a way that you expressed, you know, that you're investing in yourself,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
But apparently it has a whole new meaning with this new generation.
Listen, man, I'm not going to have some big bitch telling me I love myself. Bitch, you're 350 pounds. You clearly do not love
Well, that's like the
yourself.
girl in the video yesterday. I'm me. So you can take me or leave me, and then she gets up and walks off. Well, you can take yourself out the door, you know?
I mean, I'll take you to the Motel 6 for about 8 minutes,
No,
but
you
after that,
won't. Nah.
did you see what she looked like?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good for like ATM, and that's it. I mean, listen, you can gawk all you want to. I'm a man. That's how it works. That's how it works. Take care of yourself. If you love yourself, then you will automatically. This is exactly what you just said.
Oh, is it?
If you love yourself, you will automatically take care of yourself. See, this is conflicting information.
Yes.
Take me as I am because I love myself, but also take care of yourself.
She completely contradicts herself as you go through this. It's unbelievable.
This means trying to stay healthy, get enough sleep, go get massage. What's up with this bitch and massages, man? Oh, yeah. Escape to a bubble bath, or
Her
maybe
her masseuse is
stop
Pablo.
interrupting. Hey, you got to
Sorry.
stop interrupting me while I'm reading, okay?
My bad.
Go get massages, escape to a bubble bath, or maybe a girls' nights out. You need to feed your soul in other ways outside of your relationship, or else you won't have anything left to give. That makes zero sense. So what she is saying is engage in selfish and indulgent activities to take care of yourself. And what were you saying about her masseuse?
Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo, exactly. Just because a bitch says she's going to get a massage does not mean she's going to. She might be going to get a massage, but it ain't no damn massage parlor. Number one, girls' nights out, man. Girls' nights out, dude. Girls' nights out are never, ever, 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 ever okay. All right, let's get to the let's get some of these super chats.
Okay.
Let's see where we at.
Paul Sanabria.
Yeah,
Haven't seen you
$20.
in a while. Hi, $20. Hey, Donovan, just want to drop a line. You keep producing content, and I'll keep sharing it to these youngsters.
Appreciate that, Paul.
Adrian Tapia. Tapia, sorry. Women's advice equals beta male. Boo Boo. $23.99 Polish somethings. How dare you? Femme advice is the best. Got plenty followed. Never got laid. Thanks to them. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Viking Dad Wisdom, $5. Notice how all her advice is what you would tell a man.
You know what? That's something I did not pick up on, but you're right. But he's right.
Yeah.
Viking Dad Wisdom. That is the kind of all of this. Have your own life. Good for men.
Right.
Don't be needy. Definitely good for men. Make sure you connect physically. That's chicken soup for the soul. Don't chase her. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. That's all masculine
Sounds about
advice.
right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, good. Good stuff.
Red Pill Mike, $10. Every piece of relationship publications I have ever read that were written by women gave women the point of view aimed at men. Any advice that is not role relative is guaranteed to destruct.
Bingo. There you go. I agree.
Red Pill Mike with another $5. Women in general have the same love language, as if there is such a thing. All that changes is her emotional connection to the man displaying it. And Red
very
Pill
good.
Mike again, $10. I'm surprised that they don't distribute articles like this with the psychotropic drug pamphlets in order to guarantee that women are always hitting the refill icon.
Jesus.
That is why women are lost.
God almighty. Red Pill Mike dropping knowledge as usual. We have almost 300 people watching, guys. Please hit the like or dislike button. This gets us pushed into the algorithm. Shout out to my Sharpe stream dogs in the chat. Sharpe stream dogs. Not going to use that anymore.
Don't.
My sharpshooters, Apollo 137, says I kept forgetting to put the exclamation point at the end of the password. Yeah, that's actually quite funny. Dre Raven's in the house. Let's see who else is there. JB84. Very, very nice. Hellfong, a fixture on Sharpe stream. Very good. Very good. Excellent. 32 people watching on Sharpe stream. Jay Bondek, of course. We have like 5 people commenting on Sharpe stream. So, thanks for watching, guys. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, please hit the like button. Like, subscribe, share, and or comment like BK from the Rockies, who is a CME VIP. All right, I'm gonna mow through these a little more quickly.
Yeah.
So that we can get through these.
You'll find it's much more of the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 7, don't be a people pleaser. Many women mistakenly believe that if they please other people, then they will automatically love them. This couldn't be further from the truth. A lot of people will take advantage of you if you give too much of yourself. Instead, strive for a healthy balance of being selfless and selfish. Please your partner, but also make sure they please you too. Relationships are a two-way street. See again. This is masculine advice, Dev. This is advice for men. When a woman comes into a relationship, she's the one that has to prove things. When you and I decided to start pursuing a relationship, you had to work for me. I said, you need to prove yourself to me. Listen, and you knew what it was. Dude, I had plenty of options in women. Now, again, a lot of those options were headaches, but they were still options nonetheless.
Right.
And so I made it very clear to you, hey, listen, if you want my commitment, then you've got work to do. You didn't train me. I trained you. You didn't make any requirements of me. I made requirements of you. Yet here this woman is telling women to be selfless, telling them instead of being selfless, be selfish. Why is telling women being selfish bad advice?
Women are naturally selfish. As it is.
Okay.
I don't think she's telling them to be selfish so much as just trying to strike a balance, which is fine. But actually,
doesn't sound like a balance to me. It says be selfish. That's what it said.
It's saying it's basically trying to say you can be kind as long as he's kind to you.
Okay. And
Similar to what that girl said last night.
Well, here's the thing, and this is exactly what I said. See, what women have to, ladies, listen, man, check this out. What you guys got to understand is that you don't have the leverage to negotiate. You can't say, I will be your girlfriend as long as I'll be loyal to you, but you need, no, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. Because like I said, there's one of me and 20 of y'all. There are a lot less of me than there are of you. Is this fair? No, but that's the way it is. Just like it's not fair that certain girls get into the club for what they look like and certain girls don't. That's just the way it is. I mean, listen, just like Kevin Samuel said to, Amanda, fair is fair. It doesn't matter what's fair and what's not. It matters what is.
It's basically telling these women not to be feminine, don't be kind, have a tit for tat relationship from the get-go, which is a recipe for unhappiness. Yep,
absolutely. Red Pill Mike once said, what's the issue with using dogs now? What I miss? Yeah, that's what Steve the Dean Williams says, and he will never be anywhere near anything I ever do again, including the vernacular. Number 8, speak your mind. She says, when I say, quote, speak your mind, I mean doing it gently and calmly. Don't suppress your negative or positive emotions. Let them out. Talk to your partner about any problems you are having. Try to see yourself as a team and solve problems together. You deserve respect and to have your voice heard. Number 1, women don't deserve shit they don't earn, okay? A woman doesn't just automatically get respect because she's a woman. Just because you're sleeping with a guy does not mean he respects you. You must earn his respect. What are your thoughts?
What this female author fails to advise is how to speak your mind. She says gently and calmly, but she doesn't even mention how to express points of conflict. Most women don't even know how to have a conversation without getting in their feelings. Right.
Well, hold on. But that's women. Women get in their feelings because that's just what you guys do. It is. I mean, I'm not gonna punish. I'm not gonna look down on a woman if she gets emotional about some shit I said. She's a woman. It's just how it works.
Yeah, but it doesn't resolve anything.
It doesn't resolve anything, but that's how you guys are, and I accept that. So, just like if you and I are at a restaurant and there's a big-titted blonde woman and I look at her, listen, I'm a man. This is just what I do.
Okay. I'm the big-titted blonde that you're looking at, though, right?
Yes, but there could be others. Okay, what were you saying?
She says to be calm and that you deserve respect, but not how to do so respectfully with a man. You deserve respect. So what are you supposed to do? Just demand it? No. Women need to actually know how to speak their mind. Here's what you're supposed to say. Right. If you have a conflict, do it in a way that you're not commanding or, trying to tell him what to do. You're just saying, hey, we could try this, or rather than you should do this. You know what I mean?
How do you do it when you have a point of contention with me or a grievance?
Well, it's the age-old rule. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
How do you do it?
I think before I speak.
Okay, and then?
I watch my tone of voice.
Okay, all right. Let's just say, for example, because I mean, listen, you've had grievances with me over the years. If there were something that were bothering you, oh, geez, I can't even think of it. I mean,
Cabinet doors.
There you go, cabinet doors.
Cabinet doors.
Okay.
I was reading this book by Linda Doyle called The Submissive Wife.
Okay.
And I didn't get all the way through it, but I did. What the book tells you is how to pick your battles.
Okay.
And basically, if you have a concern, bring it up. If it's a complaint, eat it. Don't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a concern and a complaint?
A concern is you think you noticed something that your husband isn't aware of, and you want to make him aware of it.
Okay.
Complaining is thinking that he ain't, you know what, because he doesn't know about this, and he better take care of it. So it's like saying, okay, one of our dogs has a tick.
Okay.
Okay. Me coming to you and saying, one of our dogs has a tick. I need your help in order to remove it. Okay?
That would be a concern.
Right.
Right.
A complaint is, how come you didn't check the dog for ticks? It's got ticks again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that would, and that conversation would end very badly for you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So, I think that's what women, it took, in my younger years, especially like in my early 20s, I had a problem with my tone of voice. I just didn't understand how I sounded. When I would say stuff, it'd be like it's coming out the back of my head. So it took a long time for me to learn how to actually control that tone of voice and think before I speak. Now, especially with you, I've got that very well when it comes to speaking with me and you.
That's right.
But there are do's and don'ts of speaking your mind.
Okay.
And I think that's what the advice would be, not just speak your mind.
I will never forget this as long as I lived. This is funny, and you remember this. Remember when I left the floss on your soap, right? So you came home. This is funny. So Dev comes home from work. I think I had just done TSR Live episode, 135 early on. And so Dev says, hey, Donovan, will you come into the living room, please? And I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, have a seat. And I'm like, all right. She's like, okay, this is kind of a roommate thing here. Like the floss on the soap, I need you to not do that. I looked at her. I said, are you fucking kidding me with this? I said, you had me come all out here like you're some kind of authority, sit me down like I'm a fucking kid and complain about floss on your expensive soap. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, if it bothers you that much, remove it yourself. But I'm not your fucking roommate. I'm your boyfriend, and you were going to address me as such. That's about the way it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Put my ass right back in my shell.
Right. Why did I get pissed off at that, though?
Because it's a nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a roommate problem. We're not roommates.
There you go.
Right.
Not only
the second I start to see you as a roommate is not a good thing.
Nope. Well, the second you start to see me as a roommate, I will have moved out 6 months ago.
Right.
Here's another reason why it pissed me off, because I felt like I was being called to the principal's office, and you're not my authority.
Gotcha.
Right. We know how that goes.
I think I was trying to copy you.
Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah.
Very bad idea.
Don't deal with him the way he deals with you.
Nope. You learned that the hard way. I'll just do a couple more of these, and we'll go to the man ones. Number 9, don't avoid problems. No one really likes conflict. Well, there are maybe some people who do, but generally speaking, most people don't. So what happens a lot of time is they go into avoidance mode. This does not work. It doesn't matter. Make time for your partner. That's a non-starter. Demand respect. Oh, these next two are going to be awesome. When I say demand, she says, I don't mean stomping your foot up and down in a diva kind of way. What I mean is that you need to believe that you deserve to be treated with respect at all times. Everyone does. But here's the kicker, she says, in order to get respect, you need to give respect. So by being respectful, you are setting the scene for nothing but kind treatment in return. It's funny. The paragraph has absolutely nothing to do with the heading. It says demand respect, yet the paragraph told her that you
demand respect.
Yes, no. Like women don't need to demand respect. If women are respectful, then they get treated with respect.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, of course. The next one's a doozy.
Oh, so you're just trying to get to the next one. Number 2. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Oh, look at this. Strive for equal effort. She says, oh, this is good. People always say relationships should be 50-50. That's wrong. They should be 100-100. Both people need to put in 100% effort every day to keep the relationship strong. It can't be 120, 150, or even 199. It has to be equal. If it gets out of balance, you need to have a conversation about that so you can get back on track. So, as far as chores are concerned, what are the chores that you do, and what are the chores around the house that I do?
You take out the trash. You help take care of the pets. You'll help me clean sometimes. And you definitely own the gym. Make sure that's high and tight.
And you?
Oh, me? I cook. I clean. I do the laundry. I sometimes put it away.
Yeah. Right.
And
I asked. Listen.
I work for you. So.
Right. I take care of everything outside. You take care of everything inside.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's how it goes. I take out the trash. I put out the cardboard. If anything needs to go to or come from storage, I do the heavy lifting. Donovan, can you put this together? You handle the domestic chores,
And
cooking,
I leave
cleaning.
things to fix for you.
There you go. Right. That's how that goes. Ain't no equal effort here. There is the masculine burden, and there is the feminine burden. That's the way this goes.
Right. If you both are supposed to be giving 100%, then every time that you think the balance is unequal, well, you're not giving 100%. I'm giving 110%.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, at least if the roles are divided equally, like you know what you're supposed to be doing, you can hold.
Well, hold on a second. No. It's not the roles are divided equally. The roles are divided according to the gender.
Okay. Sorry, I misspoke.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Because I was going to say, I'm not going to be in there baking rolls while you're outside changing the oil. That's just not going to work.
No.
Because our car wouldn't run and I'd burn the house down. And as funny as that is, that is gender roles. Speaking of which, number 13, gender roles.
Oh boy.
Over the past few decades, gender roles have become blurred. Gone are the days when everyone automatically expects the man to be the breadwinner and the women to stay at home to raise the kids. These days, conversations need to be had about each person's expectations within the relationship regarding gender roles. This is kind of nebulous. It seems as though she is giving us permission to be masculine and feminine and assigning whatever it is she wants to assign.
It's politically correct.
Yeah, there's nothing really provocative there. Show empathy, be accepting of differences. Here we go. Don't settle. There are way too many people in the world who fear being alone. It's probably because they don't love themselves enough to hold out for what they deserve. Instead, they settle for Mr. Good Enough now, and then they find themselves miserable in a short amount of time. Hold out for Mr. Right, because you will never find Mr. Perfect, but you shouldn't settle either. This, again, she's sort of hedging. This woman is very good at not, like, she understands that women are unrealistic. But by the same token, she's not really giving them any advice. She's kind of giving it right down the middle so she didn't get yelled at by either side.
Well, let's go back to her biography real quick.
Okay.
The link that you had up, yeah, there we go. What are the last couple lines?
It says she helps people with dating and relationships by teaching them how to change their thinking and behaviors to maximize their overall happiness.
And what does her advice say?
Her advice?
Yeah. That you just read?
Oh, hang on a second. Let's see. Don't settle.
No, the next one.
Oh, don't try to change him. I don't get it.
So her business is trying to get people to change, but she's advising you not to try to change somebody.
That makes sense. By the way, which leads us into number 18, don't try to change him. Again, I mean, like, this is advice that this is not sage advice. There are so many women that say, don't try to change men. Like this woman calls herself a doctor, and she's telling us stuff that she could have Googled.
Sorry about that. I jumped ahead.
That is quite all right. This is the last one. Oh boy. Oh my God. These keep getting better. Teach him how to treat you. The behavior you allow from the other person is the behavior that will persist. So for instance, if early in the relationship he starts yelling at you when he's angry, you need to correct him by gently saying, I don't appreciate you yelling at me. I deserve to be spoken to with respect. So until you do that, I won't engage in this conversation. If you don't, it will only get worse. Devon, how many times have I yelled at you?
Can't count.
Right, exactly. The thing is this, man. The thing is this. What this comes down to, teach him how to treat you, is cutting the balls off of men, right? If you ever told me I deserve to be spoken with respect, so until you do that, I won't engage in this conversation, you want to know what my response would have been?
What?
Then I won't engage in this relationship.
Yeah.
Once again, this woman is giving advice to women from a position of strength. There is not a woman on the face of this earth that comes into a relationship from a position of strength. And if she does, the guy she's with is not high enough value. Agree or disagree?
I agree somewhat. I think that if you're starting out a relationship and this guy's yelling at you and you don't like it and you have a problem with it, don't engage in the relationship any further. He's not the right person for you.
Why didn't you leave?
I don't mind being yelled at. I'm used to it.
Okay.
I grew up getting yelled at. Like, it doesn't. It really. I have pretty thick skin, so it doesn't. And I understand you. I understand your temper. I understand your hothead. This is how you express yourself. I'd rather you do that than and fold your arms and not talk to me. You know.
Yeah,
like
that's never be. That's never
child.
gonna be. Yeah, that's never gonna be who I am.
Yeah. So if anything, I appreciate it because it's the polar opposite of what I've ever known. Most people are not confrontational.
Well, no. And listen, man, nobody is saying that you have to raise your voice to your woman all the time. I probably yell at you a lot more than I should. But guess what? It's a lot better than the opposite. It is better to raise your voice more than you should than to never raise it at all. And listen, man, if a woman is going to leave, he yells at me too much. All right, well, then so long. Again, from a position of strength. If your value is high enough, a woman will tolerate whatever she has to stay with you. The last one that I'm going to cover here, become the person you want to attract. This is the worst advice ever. If you don't love and respect yourself, then you'll attract someone else who won't love and respect you either. It all starts with self-love. You can't metaphorically beat yourself up and expect others to treat you like a queen. Trust me, people pick up on this stuff. Once you love and respect yourself, then you'll get the kind of relationship that you want. This is hogwash. Like, none of this makes any sense.
So you shouldn't try to change him, but you should change yourself.
Right. Okay. Become the person you want to attract.
So that only works short term. Just like you said, you'll know within 6 months who a chick really
is.
It. Like once the newness wears off and you're still parading yourself around as a high, romance market value or relationship market value person, then it's okay to stop pretending and just go back to being what.
Right.
And it's not, I would say it's great advice, like sarcastically.
Sure. But,
once you start pretending, it's hard to keep it up. It's really hard. Like, for example, when we first met, I was following your lead. You're telling me things to do. I'm doing it.
Get your ears pierced.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Even though I'm like, sitting in the chair, feeling like a 5-year-old,
right.
as a grown woman.
Right.
But I could only keep that up for so long.
Sure.
Before you really, she's either going to, tap out. And you expected me to, especially for that first 6 months, you expected me to tap out any moment.
Yep.
So I think like this is just terrible advice. Sorry. That's all I really have to say.
Yeah. I think this is all just a bunch of, hooey, man. Like it's just the typical, it's just the typical relationship fodder. Okay. Well, let's move over to the guy advice. Okay. 16 pearls of new relationship advice for ladies by a man. So we're going to quickly find out if this guy is team man or team woman. Number 1, learn to be bored. A new relationship starts off with a lot of excitement, but eventually wears off. After spending enough time together, you will eventually reach a point where you have nothing new to talk about. When this happens, it is the first test of a relationship. Okay. It is essential, he continues, to learn how to be bored together without expecting the other person to entertain you. Learning to be bored can actually be said to set the foundation of a good relationship. This is bad advice. Dude, a woman, the worst thing a man can be in a relationship is boring.
Well, this is a man's advice to a woman, not a man's advice to another man. So he's giving advice to women, which is like what we said before, being boring is okay.
But he is telling women learn to be bored. Not be boring, learn to be bored. Gotcha. If a woman is bored, a woman is going to cheat. That's bad. That is absolutely bad information. Okay. Important new relationship advice for ladies. Fight, but fight respectfully. Our second relationship for girlfriends, how to handle fights. Everyone fights, friends, blah, 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 blah. While this avoids a bunch of small fights, blah, 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 it's important to learn how to fight respectfully. Oh, boy. Don't nag Yeah, dude, learn to be alone. That's what she said. Learn to compromise. Okay. Remember that no one is perfect. Appreciate the small things. Assume responsibility. Oh, well, I guess that's love is not all you need. Okay. Stop using an ex as a benchmark. Okay. All right. Maintain relations with his friends and family. Okay. All right. Don't keep score. Okay.
I don't think I agree with that one.
Which one?
Maintain relationships with his friends and family.
Why not?
He doesn't need you to maintain relationships with his friends and family. It's one thing to get along when you're all together.
Right.
But you don't need me texting your mom, seeing how she's doing and getting involved in your family business.
I mean, I don't care.
Well, I don't want to.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like some people they don't like that. Like, oh, you talk to my mom, like
Oh, gotcha. Like your former, and it's funny.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Sorry.
A lot of times couples will, like the girl will be closer to his mother than he is because of that relationship.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's a way of her inserting herself into his life where she's trying to be a permanent
Christ.
fixture.
Oh, my God.
And the same thing with friends. She wants to become, friends with his friends, and she's friends with all his guy friends. And
And then they end up fucking her.
Or she's like, oh, well, if we break up, then half my friends are going to go to her or whatever. You know what I mean? Like in a split. So I think that one can go.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Don't keep score. Very good advice. Don't expect them to change. Very good. The spark fades. That's another very good. That's good advice.
Of course.
It's good advice. Be prepared to work for the relationship. Okay. Steel yourself. The more time you spend with your. Okay, so that was 16. It just sounds like. Listen. There was a clear difference between what he was saying and what she was saying.
Right.
But the bottom line is this, man. Relationship advice is really, really. Taylor Carnivore says a whole lot of purple pills in that article. I would agree. What this really comes down to, as far as I'm concerned, is that you don't really need, you don't need relationship counseling. You don't need relationship advice if you're following gender roles. If he's masculine, she's feminine. That's really all you need. Yes, there are other elements involved, but that's really what it comes. Most relationship and marital problems come because the man acts too much like a woman and the woman acts too much like a man.
I would agree with that.
Okay, all right.
I would, yeah. Are we gonna get Patrice's take on it?
We will, but let's go to Super Chats.
Okay. All right.
Super Chats.
Curious People, $5. Loving this so far, thanks. Adrian Tapia.
God
This
damn it.
article is cap.
Yep.
Viking Dad Wisdom. What she's doing is reinforcing women's bad behavior.
Yep.
Donald J. Trump, $5. Shout out to you, your lady, RPM, JB84, and the rest of my hombres out there. Let's see. Viking Dad Wisdom, another $5. This morning I was in the yard with my 357 after a ghost burglar. Never seen a woman do this. What does that mean?
With his 357 after a ghost burglar?
He was chasing off a burglar with his gun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, a ghost
Never
burglar.
seen a woman do that before.
Right, of course. He confused me with ghost burglar. I didn't know if a burglar was a ghost or what. Never seen a woman do this. Cold Steel says if you share common interests, hobbies, and goals, you have more of a reason to stay together. I disagree with that. I think the common interests is overrated. Because you and I, we have almost nothing in common. Like, dude, like you and, yes, there are certain things that we like the same, but character traits, personality traits, the things that we like are completely...
we're polar opposites.
Yes. And we make it work just fine. Don't get me wrong. Having common interests and hobbies and goals, I guess that could be sort of a connecting point.
I think the goals part is you guys want to kind of both be moving in the same direction.
Says you have more of a reason to stay together. I suppose so. I don't know. I just think I think the man leads and the woman follows. My interests become your interests. My hobbies, my goals become your goals. Again, this isn't to say that it absolutely means nothing, but it's not essential. A woman is not going to, here, I'll put it to you like this. If a woman decides she's going to cheat on her man, she's not going to say, you know what, we both like rock climbing, so let me stay with
Exactly.
him.
Like, I'm thinking about learning how to make those little, like, rock trees with the wire that we have in, like, the bathroom.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
we see them in Vegas.
We saw
all
them in
the time.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I want to learn how to make those.
And I don't.
I'm not going to involve you with that.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm not going to learn to make those. We get in a big fight. You know what? Let's stick together for the sake of the trees.
Right.
Listen, I'm not trying to make fun of his statement, but, you know, what it really comes down to, I mean, just a genuine care and respect for the man, that's what's really going to keep things together.
Our Pap on Sharpe Stream says, if Devon was a Giants fan or a Cowboys fan, would it still work?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I hooked you with that. I'm an Eagles fan. When we
Listen,
met.
man, it's funny. Like it's funny as big a sports fans as we are, and we would love to say, "Oh my God, she's a Cowboys fan." There's no way. What it really comes down to, like, listen, man. The first time I saw you naked, I wouldn't care if you're a Cowboys fan. Oh, you're a Cowboys fan, huh? All right, cool. Bend over and I'll give you the Texas Star. I guess that's sort of, you know, that's sort of playful witty banter. But it was weird that you were an Eagles fan.
Yeah, well, I live right.
Yeah. I mean, I think
it's weirder that I was an Eagles fan from Florida.
That's what was
and
weird.
I was an Eagles fan before I even came up to the Northeast.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Like, Dev knows all about she knew about the Donovan McNabb and Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah
I was
Trotter.
there when he tore his ACL.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. I flew up here to watch a game.
Wow.
When he was playing the Titans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back with
Ooh,
Steve
the fans got nasty. Woo!
I can imagine.
A lot of bloody noses.
I can imagine they did. And, of course, now, you being a sports fan and going to a football game, that would have been a red flag for me.
Okay.
Yeah. You're fortunate you didn't tell me that, because I'd have been like, wait a minute, you like to go to football games? Like, what's up with that?
I took you to some.
You took me to some. I don't know who you're going to football games with. How do I know it wasn't you and like 6 dudes?
Dude, it was like 15 years ago.
That doesn't matter.
I didn't fly up here with 6 dudes.
Oh, it was 4? 2? Was it your boyfriend? Pfft, she's looking at me like, you weren't supposed to put my business out there on the air. I thought there was another there's another one by Donald J. Trump.
Oh, excuse me.
That was right before the Viking one.
I read that one.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, real quick, let's take a look at, so the late, great Patrice O'Neal. All right, yeah. So the late, great Patrice O'Neal, hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta kill the right camera. All right. So the late, great Patrice O'Neal has, listen, he's obviously a man way ahead of his time. We lost him too soon. So Dev found a couple of clips of Patrice O'Neal talking about male and female relations. Let's take a look.
I think my happiness is paramount. I think that if it trickles down for me, it's better. You know, for me, that's what I think. I mean, it could be misogyny or whatever, but I just think it's not 50-50. It's not, you know. I think the only way a relationship could survive is if your girl looks at you like you're better than her. And I don't know how to explain that to make people not mad about it. I just think, you know, if she looks at you like, man, this dude is better than me, the relationship's gonna work, because she's gonna always be trying to make you equal or bring you down. So if you don't let her bring you down, she's gonna love you forever. She's just gonna always be living to get her, because she hates how much she's in love with you. If your woman hates you, you're in a good relationship, because she really don't hate you. She just hates how much she loves you, because it makes her not focus.
No, did you always have this confidence, or did you just go through pain?
No, it's not. It's pain. Yeah, it's living life. Yeah. I mean, I had a couple of epiphanies here and there, and you know, only thing you have to do to want to have happiness is accept loss, is accept that you may lose.
Yep.
She may walk away and like not, you know, that's the only way. All you have to do is fight rejection and fight walking away. And then once you're able to face that, then you find a good one that's gonna listen. Because most of the time, you know, you see girls, you know, even in this show, man, there's some girls that don't got no man. They want a man bad. They don't know how to keep one. They're tired of losing them. They're tired of getting one because they know how to get them. Getting a man is fucking easy. Like getting a woman is our job. Getting a woman is hard for us. Getting her is hard. Now keeping her is not hard, but getting a man is easy for a woman, but keeping a man is hard. Because they think their keeping skills aren't sharp.
So wait,
Their keeping skills aren't sharp. So now you've obviously watched this clip before. So Patrice just said, for a woman to really adore a man, she has to look at him and think that he's better than her. That's the only way she's going to take him seriously. Agree, disagree, add,
I would
subtract?
say respect. She has to respect him, and actually respect him enough to love him, which means putting his needs before her own.
Okay.
That's how I would phrase it.
I think what he was trying to say, and Patrice got much better at articulating this. You want a man who's superior to you. That's what he's talking about.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to follow one who's not.
Right.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's politically correct.
No. Most you don't understand this. Most men don't want to lead. They just want their half of what they're doing. She has her half of what she's doing. I'm responsible for me, and we just do it together. And it's not more on me than it's on her. It's her job to keep this relationship going as well.
So so in your experience, most guys you've been with are not interested in leading?
Most are not.
Okay. Why do you think most are not?
Most want to say because they don't want the responsibility.
Okay.
Like you say, like, oh man, if you want to be a leader, you've got to answer the text and, can I do this? And, she's always bothering me. Well, especially when things get more complicated, when it comes to, finances and doing the taxes and, making sure the house is up to order and all these other nuances of life that is just a pain in the you-know-what.
Sure.
Most guys either don't, won't, or can't handle doing multiple things.
Okay.
A lot of guys are very weak when it comes to multiple stressors.
Why?
They don't know how to balance themselves. So
Okay.
they will say, okay, well, this is you do this. This is your problem now. And the next thing you know, the wife is doing everything and she freaking hates him. So
Okay.
I might have a little experience there, but
That's fine. Why do you follow me?
I don't have a choice. I had to keep up with you.
No, but seriously, like tongue in cheek aside,
Right.
when we first met, you did whatever I told you to do. Now you didn't really know me that well, but I would assume that you knew enough about me to trust the direction I was taking you.
A lot of it has to do with just the way that you speak and the way that you command things and the way that you explain things. If it makes sense to me, why would I not listen to you?
Okay.
So I have a pretty open mind when it comes to being real and knowing, that didn't work. Not going to do that again.
Right.
Okay, maybe this might. So
Okay.
that's pretty much where that came from. It was like, hey, he hasn't steered me wrong yet, so
Right.
I have no reason to not respect you, not trust you, and you're constantly going places and doing things and demanding more of yourself.
Yeah.
Which is demanding more of me at the same time.
There you go. There you
So,
go. Remember the first pair of heels you showed me you had? You're like, I have a pair of heels.
They were cute.
They were not cute.
I wore them to a wedding.
Dude, I would have worn them. Dude, I could have worn those.
They
and
were
been
like
away with it.
3-inch heels.
3-inch heel. It doesn't count. It doesn't count if she can walk in them. Let's go to the next Patrice. The next Patrice slide. This one is actually. It's a little longer, but it's very, very profound. And away we go.
Show like every month on XM, and we just for 3 hours we just talk shit about girls, man. Because there's no place to talk shit about girls. Where is there? There's no place where misogyny lives. And I'm not talking about women hatred. Women haters, the He-Man Women Haters Club, not that.
So that's the dynamic that exists in today. As far as women want to be controlled to a certain extent, so they know the man is strong.
Well,
But they still want that.
but women want to run shit.
Right?
Women want to be the boss. And they're upset about being a boss. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you shouldn't be upset about things that should make you happy. Like a man boss is not an unhappy guy. We want to be the boss. A man without a girl who's got a lot of girls is not unhappy, but a woman
Right.
that has no man but got a lot of men isn't happy. That whole woman from Venus, men from Mars shit, that shit's true. All you got to do is go how you feel, and it's the exact opposite how she feel. But somebody's opposite has to lose. Somebody has to suffer. So why should it be me? I don't understand why why I suffer because you don't understand me. I gotta suffer because I don't understand you, or I understand you and I gotta suffer.
Okay, so what are your thoughts?
First of all,
okay, so what Patrice just said there, he said somebody's got to suffer, but before that he says, listen, women want to run shit, but then they're miserable when they run shit. What are your thoughts on that? Women want to run shit,
right,
but they don't. But in other words, men when men are in charge, we're happy. It's our normal place. When women are in charge, they think, oh, I want to be in charge, and then they get there, they're fucking miserable.
Like you guys always say, women want all the responsibility with none of the accountability.
They want all the responsibility with. Okay, yes, right.
I don't think that women even know what they want. They're just told that they need to be certain things. They need to be in charge. Don't be subservient. Don't let a man lead you. If he tells you what to do, it's abusive. If he tells you what not to do, it's abusive.
Right.
Excuse me.
Right. Isubiv. Yeah,
Yes.
Ivisuba.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. Like, women just don't want to listen to advice from men. They don't want to listen to advice from women. They don't want to care if you know what you're talking about, if you don't know what you're talking about. They just want.
Right.
You know, and it's to the point of detriment. Like, if it wasn't for strong men, we wouldn't have a toilet on the island. You know what I mean? Like
right.
what Kevin was saying with the two islands, one men, one women. I'm going to be with the men.
Right.
You know, I'll swim over there because the girls are all just bickering about nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with him. I also this is what I meant to say when I lost my train of thought earlier.
Okay. All right.
Is that I like how he says that you have to pick your unhappy.
Yes.
You know, like, you really need to decide what you're willing to give up
There you go.
in order to be happy.
There you go.
You cannot have it all.
Right.
And if you try, you're going to be miserable.
Right.
It might work for a year, 2 years, 3 years. You're burnt out and you're unhappy and you don't know why.
You've been married before.
I have.
Okay. You've been married before. I mean, I guess eventually it would have come out.
Yeah, some petulant child has already doxed me, so, you know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I was going to talk about this because it is a matter of public record.
Sure.
Just like if me and you were actually married, someone would be able to actually prove it because it's public record.
What, 6 clicks maybe?
Yeah, so I expect this person to probably drag this up about me, which, you know, it's your show. It's not, the show's not
Sure.
about me. The show's about our relationship,
Sure.
you know, but my personal details has never really been the purpose of this show.
Well, let's talk about it.
All right.
I mean, we may as well.
Well, I wasn't on the CC, you know, for the 20-something years before we met, you know, as an adult. I got married young, and I was married for a very long time. And I married someone who, quote, matched me in all respects, and we are equals.
Oh, wow.
You know, equal
Wow.
partners.
Yeah,
We were so similar that we magnified each other's flaws rather than counterbalance them.
Right.
Right? Like, so, like, for example, you have a really harsh temper. If I had a really bad temper, too, yeah. So it basically, so you would think, oh, gosh, he matches me in all respects. We made the same amount of money. We did all, you know, we had a similar job, you know, all this other stuff. But there was nothing to counterbalance the flaws.
Okay.
So basically, just to boil it down, it didn't work out because I was a bad wife. He was a bad husband.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold on. Wait,
I mean,
I'm sorry. Well, hold on. Never. I think, guys, we have just made history. We've just made history. A woman just took accountability and said, I was a bad wife on purpose, right? So it takes a lot of balls to say something like that.
Well,
I did not expect.
I own my half of it. I mean,
Okay,
you know, it was.
I mean, because it's not like, and you're not the and listen, you're a woman, right? Anytime I grill you, your natural instinct is to defend yourself. This is just the human condition.
Right.
But I have never heard, I mean, that's the first time I have ever, and you don't really talk too much about your ex-husband. I can't imagine why you would.
Only just to tell you what's going on, if anything at all.
Yeah, sure.
If there's any communication, I just loop you in.
Right,
But there really isn't none.
Right. But you've never actually said out, and I mean, I guess I never really quizzed you. You've never said, hey, he was a bad husband, but I was a bad wife. Why is it important? Why was it important for you to say that?
I think because
Or what do you think?
I think because I've taken accountability of it. I've owned it. You're not with someone for 17 years, married 13, because you don't, because you were a great wife, and all of a sudden you divorced, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, basically, we stopped caring. We stopped doing the work, and it just fell apart.
Wow.
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 It started into, so, like you said, like we were talking about before, he wasn't a leader, and it became one of those things where I'd get a letter from the IRS. You're supposed to be doing the taxes. Oh God, 6 years haven't been done. Like, oh
Jesus.
God, no wonder we haven't gotten a refund.
Right.
Like it was just I started taking things over as a matter of necessity because stuff's got to get done.
Right.
Until the point where I was even mowing the lawn.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, dude, I was doing everything.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just got to the point where I was starting to get.
Listen,
I was
here's the
getting
thing.
very resentful and not even realizing it. Just thinking, oh, I can take care of this. It's no big deal. And then.
And you can. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. So in a way, I should have worked that out, and I didn't. And there's.
Well, how are you going to work that out? Let's just say you go back in time. How would you work out? All right, I'm mowing the grass. What are you going to do? Go in and tell your husband mow the grass?
I tried a lot of different things, and like what the article said, you can't change people even after almost 20 years. You can't change people, so you either got to learn to love them or you got to figure out where your tolerance level is. Being married young and being the age that I'm now, I have the luxury of looking back and knowing better now, so
Sure.
It's easy for me to be in this position. But when it came down to it, we just ended up staying together because it was almost like Survivor, outplay, outlast. Like, it was just a battle of wills, like, who's going to tap out first,
Right.
And eventually he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were sleeping in different rooms. It was just completely
Yeah, I remember you
falling
telling me
apart.
about that.
And, so he filed. I was the plaintiff. I walked away with nothing. I walked away with nothing.
So it's kind of like my divorce.
Yeah.
Because my divorce was $12.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any money or kids.
Yeah,
so.
only with mine, we did have a house together, so neither of us could afford the house, so we ended up foreclosing the house. So I do have a bankruptcy on my record as well. That's public record too. If anyone wants to go look that up and throw it on a YouTube video, go for it.
You're still getting credit cards in the mail.
Well, yeah, and I've rebuilt. That's easy
That's
to do.
yeah, that's the easy part.
So like I wasn't one of those women that filed first and monkey branched and all this other types of things that you guys talk about. Although I'm guilty of a lot of the flaws and things that I own, I'm accountable for it because I am divorced. So how could I not be? I'm not going to I don't learn anything by saying he did this, he did that, he's a bad person, he's a blah, 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 he hurt, and blaming. I don't learn anything from that. I'm not a better person because of that. I'm going to be destined to repeat the same freaking mistakes over and over again if I don't swallow what's hard and
Why?
take my lumps.
Why?
And why?
Yeah.
I
Why
mean-
are you destined to repeat mistakes if you don't just own them?
I think it's because if you don't learn, people are naturally creatures of habit.
Sure.
So people are going to gravitate to things that they know.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wasn't about to say, okay, this is how I found the red pill community too, was researching relationship dynamics, which
Right,
is kind of
right.
like how I met you.
Yeah, right.
Was ended up reading one of your articles, laughing my head off. Couldn't believe what you're writing. So, that fateful DM. But the thing is, I think I said it on a Myron show when you were doing the one-on-one with Myron in studio.
Okay.
You asked me.
Oh, I remember
you asked
this.
me something about why I started reaching out to you or
Yeah.
following your
Right.
lead.
Right.
And I said it was because I didn't know. I knew what I didn't want, but I didn't know what I needed.
Right.
And that is probably the best way I could possibly put where I was at that point in my life, where, you know, I'm cleaning up the past. I'm getting myself, you know, renewing myself, I guess, as a single person, and
Sure.
you're taking, you know, getting rid of everything was finalized. You know, I'm on my own. I mean, you know, when I left, I didn't have furniture. I mean, my first night in my apartment, I was on the floor in an airbed from Target. You know, but I mean, that's how it was.
Yeah,
That's how it
cry me a
was.
river.
Yeah, but you know, all these guys talk about divorce rape and stuff like that. I'm not that. I wasn't that person.
Well, listen, and I suppose, and it was funny because when you told me your situation, I didn't believe you, right? Just because I'm just
No,
predisposed
you
not to.
didn't.
I didn't. But again, there were certain, and every once in a while you would talk about that experience, and I'd be like, oh, okay. That matches up with what she said the first couple of weeks we were talking.
You were always like, "What did you do wrong? What was
Right.
your fault?" Like you really drilled it into me because you wouldn't let me get away with making excuses for myself.
That's right. Yeah. Oh my God. I was always like, yo, check this out. When you're talking about this ex or that ex, I'm like, yo, check this out. I don't know because I'm not there,
Right.
but you're not about to badmouth your exes in front of me because I knew you had done some fucked up shit as well. Like, I didn't know exactly what it was, but again, I know women. To me, that's really what it was. That's
Yeah.
really what it was.
So you know, after that fateful DM.
Ha! You had the good morning. You had the good morning DM.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's funny. You know, it did took a lot of time. You gave me a lot of homework to do. That's for sure. And it wasn't easy, but I am who I am today because of you, and because of all the paces that you put me through, and for forcing myself to look in the mirror and recognize, hey, this behavior isn't conducive to a healthy relationship.
Right.
You know, hey, this might be normal for you, but this is not how it goes with me.
Right.
You know, you've made very clear what your boundaries and expectations are, and you guys talk about this kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
But
of
it
course.
is so important from the beginning that a woman understand that, because women, like, you just constantly, they're like children. You're trying to like nudge see how much more you can get away with.
Right.
And it's almost subconscious. Like you're not trying to, you know, but just like the soap thing that you mentioned.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I couldn't
why
let
would
that slide.
why would I even think to talk to you like a roommate?
Right.
You know,
Well-
I think I was just trying to minimize it as like, oh, it's just a roommate problem. This is no big deal.
Right.
But the way that I went about it was completely wrong. I should have
Right.
just lead by example, clean it off. Hey, well, my toothpicks keeps disappearing off the soap. Oh, okay. You know, like you just, whatever. You wouldn't even notice that. So,
Sure,
because you
sure.
still leave them all over the counter.
So when you and I started talking, I was very, I was demanding, very, very demanding from the very beginning. And part of the reason I was demanding was because I didn't think you had it in you. Because I told you straight up, I was like, look, check this out. Like, I ain't got much time, blah, 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 blah. I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and then maybe we'll talk. And you continued to do these things.
I made mistakes along the way. You know, I had
Sure,
slip
of
ups,
course.
and you know, especially there were times where I thought, this guy can't really be paying attention to me. But I would
Really?
just keep doing it because
Yeah, because what you were
didn't
doing wasn't
ghost
working.
me. Yeah.
Right. Well, no.
And I was like, well, okay. And it just got longer and longer and longer. I mean, I can already hear the trolls making response videos about like, oh my God, post-wall divorcee, blah, blah, blah. You know, but like, I'm not a unicorn. I didn't fall out of thin air. I have a past. So what? You know, and I'm not proud of it.
I'm proud of my past.
I'm not. You know, it's shameful to
Sure.
be, you know, especially for something that long, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but you know, life hands you what you do your best with what you get and learn from it. And keep
How did you
moving
feel
forward.
on our vacation to Hawaii? What's one word that you could describe?
Relief?
Relief.
Yeah,
Why? Relief from what?
because for 8 days, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to make any decisions.
Yeah.
I didn't have to drive.
Right.
I didn't have to. All I had to do was look good. That
Yeah,
was it.
that was it.
That was easy.
All right.
But honestly, it was just relief. Like, wow, there is someone out there that actually knows how to lead a relationship. And I don't want anyone thinking that I used money from the divorce to go to Hawaii or some shit like
All
that.
$78 of it?
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the negative Ks?
Oh, yeah, sure, sure.
Multiple thousands. No, that's a different story for a different day. I don't want to get depressed thinking about how I got that money.
Well,
for
her
that
dog, our smallest dog, her dog at the time got attacked by a pit bull, and the guy actually happened to have insurance.
Well, the dog bit me.
He
bit the crap
he
out
bit
of me.
Dev,
too.
and yeah, so
It
yeah,
almost killed my dog.
yeah, almost killed her dog. The guy happened to have insurance, and I remember when it happened. You said, "Hey." I remember. I'll never forget. You're texting me. You're like, "Hey, I'm going to Hawaii. You want to come?" And I'm like, "Well, if you're paying, I'm playing."
Yep, I
And that
remember
was that was the start.
I was
so.
like, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's double occupancy. I'm going. You're already halfway there, So like, why not just
yeah,
go?
yeah. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We had a really
great.
good time.
It was unbelievable. I can't wait to go back. Wink, wink.
Oh, wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge.
wink,
Yeah, this
wink.
time it's on my dime, right? How much did you spend on that trip?
I don't know. It was probably 8.
Woo! Wow. And I think you paid for just about every meal too, didn't you? Or no? I think you did because we charge it to the room a lot.
I guess so.
I did.
I don't really remember that much.
Oh my God. There was a lot of drinking and a lot of sex.
I know.
That's definitely what I know.
I had about 5 just for the hotel and meals set aside.
Right.
so.
All right.
But yeah, the adventures were the best part, I thought.
The adventures?
Yeah.
The Keck Observatory at Mount Mauna Kea? Yeah, that was
yeah.
crazy. That was crazy.
And teaching you how to snorkel was really fun. I didn't know you didn't know how to snorkel
No,
until
no.
you got in the water
And then I got
in the night.
seasick.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
drank
God.
so much salt water.
Dude, that was fucking
But
crazy,
I got
man.
you to relax. It was
Yeah,
cool.
it was all good. It was all good.
Yes.
All right.
It's funny because I took you up in a hot air balloon. I didn't know that you were afraid of heights, and I took you snorkeling. I didn't know you didn't know how to snorkel. I'm like, I gotta ask.
Like
questions.
like check this out. When's the last time you saw a black person snorkeling? Yeah, never.
I'm
Never.
sure I have.
Where? I'll wait.
Hawaii.
Who?
You.
Yeah, the very first time. The very first time.
I just want to say though that I'm very fortunate to have met you, and I was a hot mess when we first met. You can attest. You've told your audience about it plenty of times. But I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for you.
So
Honestly.
you're not. So are you telling? Just to put this on the record. So you're saying that I don't have you locked up in a cage in the basement?
No, and you've never led me wrong. You've never led me astray. Everything that you've ever told me to do has resulted good. And I honestly, I trust your judgment before my own.
Well, I would imagine you probably should because you're a woman and I'm a man, right?
Yes, that's why.
I guess my when did you start to figure out? And again, this isn't and it's funny, man, when we have conversations like this, men's judgment is more rational than a woman's judgment. You're a woman. You're going to think like a woman. When did you start to realize that my judgment was better than your judgment as far as you are concerned?
When I saw the way I looked when I sent you pictures. I was like, oh,
like,
this
damn, I look
lipstick.
good.
Yeah, look, my hair does look. Oh, those earrings are pretty.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wait, because I was always, working in kitchens and
Sure.
kind of like the tomboyish type, so I was an athlete. And
Yeah,
all this
no one
stuff.
will mistake you for a tomboy.
Not anymore.
No, sir.
No. So so in a way, it was almost like learning how to.
Be a woman. Imagine that.
I know. You want me to read the super chats?
Yes, super chats. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Cold Steel, $5.
Hold on, real quick.
Sure.
She wanted to read super chats because she was on the hot seat. She knows about to ask her some personal type shit.
Maybe.
Go ahead, read the
Okay.
super chats.
Cold Steel, $5. Recently, I've been asking men if the man should be the leader in a relationship, and 90% of them have been saying no.
What? Who is he? Who are you asking?
You'd be very surprised.
I don't think I would be. I think I know that most men aren't ready and willing to lead, but you would think, because you know how guys talk when they're alone, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, men, I would imagine, express a little bit more bravado. So if this is on an open forum, then I can understand the answers. But if this is locker room talk, if you're with your bros playing darts, what are we doing?
Most men don't think they need to lead a relationship until the relationship has been led astray by a woman.
Okay.
And that's the truth. I mean, I look at my brothers, and they're alpha Chad type guys, but
Dude,
they
oh my
have
God,
no
Devon's brother's a
interest
Chad.
in red pill anything. They don't care. They don't
Well,
care.
that's because they're both younger than you, but the older of the two is a fucking genius, number one. And he actually has a woman who appears to be the genuine article.
Yeah, that's true.
And the younger of the two, by 11 or 12 months, he's 6'4" and he looks like an underwear model. So he doesn't. Now, that doesn't mean anything, right? Because he certainly had his issues with women. But a guy like him who gets peace leaf thrown at him all the time doesn't think he needs the red pill because he thinks, well, as long as women give me attention, I'm all good. But even he does have moments of clarity sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
Ozio, $5. Women want the authority of men as long as they don't have to face the negative consequences that occur with tough decisions.
Bingo.
Techno Mage B5, $10. You have to be able to own your mistakes so you can learn from them. Defending them equals not looking at them. Can't learn from what you can't see. Also, my wife mows the lawn when I'm working 16 hours days.
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
Techno Mage B5, $50. This is why Donovan's show is so good. He and Devon have gone through life the hard way and sharing what they learned so we don't have to.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, and I've talked about my trials and tribulations are very, very well documented. Battle scars look much more attractive on men than they do on women. And I think that was my intent. See, my intent with you, and still is and it's and listen, there's no such thing as a secondary virginity. But my goal is for you to give me physically what you have never given any man before. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh my God, how can she do that? Well, I can tell you this. Yes, no, Devon is not a young spring chicken. But I would actually venture to say in about 3 months, you'll probably be in better shape now at this age than when you were maybe 22, 23 years old.
You can say that.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's right. And you did have the belly button ring too, didn't you? But you had it
on the bottom.
Yeah, you had it on the bottom. Yeah, you did it wrong. I don't know what that was about.
I had a friend do it.
Oh my God, you were that chick?
Well, he did it like at a store, but I just had him do it at his place.
At his place. What happened after that?
Nothing. A lot of ice cubes and nothing.
Oh, ew, she says.
Not everything is like
everything is like that. Law number blah, blah, blah of Donovan Sharpe. The more she tries to convince you of the opposite, the more the opposite is true. Listen, it's my job as a man to assume that every interaction you've had with a man ended in sex. That's just my job.
Okay.
And so remember, one of our rules is just leave out any interactions you've ever had with dudes in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
Still learning.
You are, yes, still learning all these years later. I greatly appreciate the super chats. So let's go to our next segment here. We have a new favorite content creator. This is a woman by the name of Kita Rose. And she puts out some pretty funny videos. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is that a lot of times women give bad information, but they do it so comedically that it's just one of these deals where it's funny, but it's wrong. I picked a few videos for us to look at here. So here we are. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't need to be fucking with you. Niggas out here going broke for bitches they can't.
Hold up. I gotta read. There we go.
Change myself to fuck with you. I don't need to be fucking with you. Niggas out here going broke for bitches they can't afford to keep. Females out here using all their food stamps to make luxurious 4-course meals for niggas who eat somebody else's coochie before they get home. If you gotta lose yourself to find somebody else, you better off being by your damn self. Nobody is going to love you, appreciate you, and essentially fuck with you harder than you fuck with yourself. So why lose that for somebody else? Everybody want to change somebody or fix somebody. I'm not a build-a-bitch. How I was when you met me is how I'm going to remain. Now, if you get lucky, you might get to witness my growth from the front row. You're welcome.
Oh, and that
if I gotta...
Okay, so that was funny as hell. I like the 4-course meal with the food stamps, eating somebody else's coochie, but if you sort of read between the lines, this woman would have us believe that she's some boss type bitch.
Of course she is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky, you get to see my growth from the front row. What's wrong with that picture?
Guys aren't sitting in the front row waiting for their women to grow.
That's exactly right. What do you imagine her boyfriend? Do you think she has a man?
No, she has a baby daddy.
Oh, well, obvious, dude. Of course. Listen, man. I mean, of course, right? I mean, We all know that, right? But what she's preaching women is that like no one fucks with you better than you fuck with you, right?
You only need yourself.
Right, you only need yourself, blah 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 blah. And then it's almost like she has this bravado about herself. Damn, man. I just got a text message from my ex-wife. She had to put our German Shepherd down.
Oh, is that Manny?
No, Manny was the cat.
Oh.
This is my German Shepherd, Quinn.
Oh.
Oh man,
That
Jesus.
sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that does suck. Damn, that sucks. Oh man, dude. All right, well, got to keep my composure. But again, what's clear is that this woman has very I mean, if you look at her body language, all of that energy, it's masculine energy. She's actually quite attractive, right? But men, I mean, as far as attraction versus masculinity is concerned, it's like, listen, you can look as good as you want to, but if you have masculine energy, that's how can I put this? That's a very, very quick way to take 3 or more points off your
She's
sexual
got more
mark.
red flags than a hurricane warning.
Oh my God. All right, let's move to the next one. A lot of these are actually quite funny. This one is really funny. This one is about CeeDee Lamb. So we all remember when CeeDee Lamb at the NFL draft took his phone, like his girlfriend or the girl he was banging, tried to take his phone and he yanked it away. This is actually really, really funny.
Even on the happiest day of a nigga's life, he'll make sure that you come second and that phone comes first.
Look at this. Check it out. CeeDee was like,
First of all, if we in a relationship, I trust you. I'm not going through your phone. Whatever your dog ass do in the dark will come to light. Some of us are more curious than others, so if you must go through his phone, at least make sure he's distracted with an injury. It sounds intimidating, but it's not hard. First you stab, then you grab. Sneak his ass, then peek. Shoot, then snoop. You need ample time to find whatever it is you're looking for. Once you find it, you probably still won't leave, but he needs to bleed. A relationship is 50-50, so we both gonna be hurt. If it turns out your man wasn't cheating, then take him to the emergency room and stop going through people's phone. It's unhealthy and toxic. Even on the
yo, this bitch is crazy. I swear to God. Now it's funny as hell because she's telling some truths here. But one thing she said, all right, if he was cheating, then you probably not gonna leave. That's what she said. This guy is CeeDee Lamb, right? I forget which pick. I forgot which pick he was, but he was a first rounder. The girl tried to reach for his phone. How stupid is it for a girl sitting next to her boyfriend on NFL draft night trying to grab, like, what is she doing? It was
a little confusing to me because he was on the phone, and I thought that was her phone that he had taken away from her.
Hell no, that's not her phone.
I don't know who's in the draft.
Oh, you
I
gotta
had no
be-
idea what that was.
So you mean to tell me she's trying to take her phone away from the dude who has her phone but has his up to his ear?
That's what I thought.
Oh, because you thought, okay, so you're thinking because there were 2 phones, one had to be hers.
Right.
Okay, right. So there's his personal cell phone, and then there's the phone that the NFL gives you.
Okay.
Right?
Well.
Clear line, right? Hey, hey, Steve, this is the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, we're going to take you next, man. You ready to work hard? Yes, sir, I'm ready to work hard. Well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the NFL. And then, of course, they hang up. Everyone's like, his homeboys, that's how that works. But the whole stab, then grab, that was... Man.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole violence part, but I think it's tongue-in-cheek and it's very funny.
You stab and then grab, shoot, then snoop. That was funny as hell. But some bitches will take that. Some bitches will take that seriously.
I think it's funny that she's like, oh, if he's not cheating, just take him to the hospital.
Yeah, right. And if he's not cheating, then don't be going through people's phones. Dude, this chick is crazy.
You look for trouble, you're going to find it.
There you go. Yeah, you told me that one time, and that did not end well for you at all. Let's go to our TikTok. I'm gonna let this run out here. 54 seconds left. This is actually really, really funny. I know this is bad production.
You can't rewind it.
I'll let it go.
Refresh.
I'll let it go. All right, here we go.
Personally, in a relationship, I don't care about your past. Who you've been with, what you've done doesn't matter to me. All I care about is what's happening right now. Thank you for inviting me over, Demarius. I knew you were the one as soon as I saw you. I just want you to know that your past and everything about you doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah, you real special to me. You're not like other girls. They always be asking questions and shit. Your smile, that luxurious beard, our conversations, those things matter to me. Yeah, I like your booty. Do me a favor, it's 6 o'clock. Go ahead and turn on the news for me. Anything for you. Breaking news. Authorities have yet to find 36-year-old Demarius D. Diddley. Media sources are calling him the booty burglar murderer. Authorities say Demarius searches for insecure, unintelligent women who don't ask many questions so long as they have the attention of a man. What does he do when he finds said woman? He invites her to his home, eats with her, murders her, and then chops off her booty. All we have of Demarius is a recent photo. If you have any information on the booty burglar murderer, please contact the police. I'm Keita Rose, signing out. Look like you seen a ghost. Boo, bitch.
This bitch is so crazy. All right, so as funny as that was, what this woman likes to, she likes to characterize women. She characterizes certain women as naive or stupid women. A lot of women who are very who are headaches like to call women who aren't a headache, women who are actually feminine. Oh, they're insecure. They don't ask too many questions. I don't buy that.
I think that they're just willfully ignorant. You know? Like, okay, he's Mr. Perfect until he isn't.
The bottom line is this. As funny as this was and cuts off her booty, what she is trying to do, and it's funny because women like this all the time like to shame guys like me. Oh, you just go after women who don't know any better. You just go after women who, you go after women who are insecure. You prey on insecure women who are not confident, right? Mm-hmm. As if to somehow imply that the only reason why we're successful with women is because we're dealing with women that don't know any better. On the other side of that coin, she is telling women, she's basically telling women, if you are feminine and you follow your man's lead, and don't ask any questions, and you are naive and don't know anything. You follow my lead, obviously. What is your response to that?
I think she's more playing on the whole, like, don't judge me by my past thing.
I think you're missing the whole point. You didn't hear what she said about the, here, I'll show you. Look, I'll go right back to it. Just listen.
You asking questions and shit. Your smile, that luxurious beard, our conversations, those things matter to me. Yeah, I like your booty. Do me a favor, it's 6 o'clock. Go ahead and turn on the news for me. Anything for you. Breaking news. Authorities have yet to find 36-year-old Demarius D. Diddley. Media sources are calling him the booty burglar murderer. Authorities say Demarius searches for insecure, unintelligent women.
Insecure, unintelligent women, right? So a lot of these staunch feminists, a lot of these boss bitches, they like to say, oh, well, the women you go after are insecure and unintelligent, right? Women who actually abide by traditional gender roles are insecure and unintelligent. He can't handle a strong woman. That's why he goes after insecure and unintelligent women.
I understand.
That's the message that she's trying to convey. And it's funny because the way she does it, it's comedic brilliance, but the message is, I mean, just like Rollo says, the medium is the message. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what this is. She believes every word she says, but she says she has a very unique way of sort of getting that message across. And listen, man, if you want to get eyeballs, be funny, and I think she's definitely accomplished that. Let's go to another one.
How many followers does she have?
She's got quite a few. Let me see here. 110,000.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's quite she has quite the following. And listen, her delivery is out of this world, man. It really is, but she's as funny as she is, and she's a good-looking woman, but she's got that masculine energy, man. Yeah. She really, really does. I mean, listen, you can look as good as you want to look. It's the masculine energy is not going to fly. All right, this is the last one.
Okay.
Come on. Do I have to refresh this?
Okay, I think girls cheat more, and I think it's worse when a girl cheats because... Okay.
Hello. Y'all insist on stressing me the fuck out. cheating is disrespecting the person that you're in a relationship with. Cheating is being so inconsiderate with your own wants, desires, and pleasures that you don't give a fuck who you hurt in the process. No one likes being disrespected, lied to, or manipulated, man or woman. Damn.
Here we go.
We always try to justify some shit. Men be having whole other families. Men be dropping off one family and then picking up another to go to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel good for anybody. Please stop this dumbass shit. Well, when men cheat, they do it for sex, but when women cheat, they do it for emotion. You don't know any women that just want to get their nut off and go? 'Cause I do. Either way, it hurts. Respect relationships, men or women. It still damn hurts. Shit!
Okay, so as cute and as comedic as that was, what she means to say is that infidelity is equal on both sides. And this is one of Myron Gayne's sticking points. I will say this. If a man has a wife or girlfriend and he has another wife or girlfriend, that would be cheating, okay? If a man is married and he has another wife and another family, that is cheating. If a man is married or has a girlfriend and sticks his dick in another chick, that's not cheating. So what she did is she used an apex. Men be having other families. Okay, if you're a man in a relationship, in a committed relationship, and you have a whole other family, I can understand why that would be a trip. I understand all that. But in terms of a one-off, like, dude, you're shagging a girl one or two more times, I am 100% on board with Myron Gaynes in that respect. It literally is just about the sex. When a girl goes off and she steps out on her man, it always means the relationship is over. Your thoughts?
I don't like it when you talk about this subject. I'm just going to get really uncomfortable here, and it doesn't agree. So
you don't want to talk about
it?
You don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It equally hurts.
It equally hurts?
Mm-hmm.
What does?
Infidelity.
Dude, you don't want any part of this conversation.
No, thank you. I'll pass on this one.
Oh my God, that's
I'm
actually.
I'm a woman, and I'm not going to stop being a woman just because I agree with or don't agree with you. So.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you can agree or disagree. That's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I get it. It hurts and it destroys the relationship.
So sure.
It doesn't matter the reason why or the consequence or whatever. It's just it still hurts.
Listen, this is what I tell guys all the time, man. If you're going to step out on your woman, don't get caught, guys. Don't listen. Allowing your woman to find out that you had an indiscretion, you are doing her a disservice, okay? You are especially, and this is what Casey's going through on Temptation Island. This is why Casey closed her eyes. And by the way, Temptation Island coming up here in a few minutes. We got one more segment to do, and then we'll do Temptation.
I agree with Casey. I would have done the same dang thing.
And why is that?
Because you don't want to see it. Then it's burned in your mind forever, and then you can't forget it. And it just makes it worse. It's bad enough knowing it happened. She knows she still wants to take him back.
Right.
You know she's still going to fight for him.
Yeah.
Same thing with if that was me, I'd.
Right.
No, la. You know, like hell no. No, it's like no. I don't want to know. And if you were sloppy enough, to get caught, and I'm pretty perceptive, so you know, like. I don't think that would ever happen, but I mean, how are you supposed to react? How's a woman supposed to react and still maintain a relationship?
Right. And again, don't get caught. Guys, listen, man. Listen. Sticking your sausage in another chick, that's not wrong. That's just the way it is. Listen, my girlfriend can disagree if she wants. It is what it is. Like, that's how it is. This is one of the uncomfortable truths that comes with being with guys like myself. However, as a man, you can't be like O.J. Simpson, talk about, I had this woman and that one and that one. Because at some point, she's really going to resent you, and she's going to do something really stupid, like sleep with a guy who is your equal or superior. In the end, guys, like I said, if you allow your woman to catch you philandering, you are doing her a disservice. You are forcing her to react to a situation that she was willfully trying to avoid even making present in her mind. Do not make it a point to throw it in your woman's face. Don't get caught. Don't bring home any STDs. Don't have any kids. What was my fourth? And don't do it at home, guys. There are certain ways to do this. And as uncomfortable as it is for Dev to be sitting here listening to this, it is what it is.
I gotta
Don't
be
get
honest
cut.
with you.
Go ahead.
Sometimes when you talk about this stuff, Myron talks about this stuff, it comes up a lot, especially lately. It's
Sure.
just been a hot topic. I turn the volume down and I just wait. Because it does. It makes me uncomfortable. And it just like, I feel bad for the girls in the hot seat on like Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to, just be okay with it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny.
I'm sorry.
It's funny because, and we talked about the girl yesterday on the Fresh and Fit breakdown. She can't say, well, if my husband loses his shit, I'm not going to stay with him. That's why she had to sort of sugarcoat it. I have to love myself more. Like, she can't come off like that. It's the same way with putting your extracurricular activities, your other females, in your woman's face because you're forcing her to acknowledge something she knows she doesn't want to acknowledge.
So I'm kind of curious because, like, what Cold Steel says is that women hate the double standard about cheating, but they're okay with the double standard about men providing them with money and resources, right?
Okay.
But, I mean, I feel like I'm heavily invested in you.
Well, I would say so, yes.
Yes, and it's way more than just sex.
Sure.
And I think that if a guy is investing, I don't know, it's too shallow of a dimension, I think, to say, okay, well, I'm buying you dinner, so you give me sex, but if I have sex with this person, but we're talking about like long-term relationships here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where you're building a life together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
Don't want to know. And if I found out, I would lose respect for you, which would make me lose love for you, which hurts even twice as much more than knowing, oh, well, because I'm not worried. Well, I am worried about the other girl, but, like it's going to take a really, really, really hot girl to break this down.
Oh, we got some confidence there, huh?
Well, we've put in the work. We really have, and it's not just going to fall apart because of a one-night stand.
There you go. Exactly. And when I talked about you being physically different than you were back in your 20s, I'm talking about everything put together. You didn't have the tits you had back in your 20s.
Oh no, I didn't have those.
So So listen. Nobody thinks. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you're going to have a hotter body than you were when you were 22.
I was gonna say no.
Well, that's about. But I'm going to tell you what. You better get damn close.
Yeah.
You better get close because if you don't, you're going to lose my. And listen, I love you, but I mean. The cock wants what the cock wants.
Right.
You're off to a good start. You've got nice large breasts. You've never had tan lines before. That's unique.
Mm-hmm.
That's very unique. You just got the belly button piercing, and you're starting to get muscles where you didn't.
My trainer told me that she started to see striations yesterday in my
Yep.
arm. So yeah, I mean honestly, like I definitely am in best shape in my life. Other than when I was a gymnast and I was like 15. You know what I mean?
No, I don't need the 15-year-old.
Yeah, no. That just delayed my maturation anyway. So,
Sure.
But right here on my waist.
Oh my
that's
God,
like the
you make me-
perfect.
yeah, right,
that's
right.
like the perfect. That was perfect back then. But I'm never gonna have that again. But I can have pretty close to it. So that's what I'm working towards.
You can never have that again?
I'm never gonna have the same. Yeah.
You better.
Okay.
Like real talk. Like I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
Like listen, man. Dev, we have the resources. We have the gym. You have the genetics. And I've told you before, the only reason you fall short of my physical requirements is you. That's it. And I tell guys this all the time. I've talked about this. You will never be her biggest, her best, her first, or her only. So you have to turn her into something that's unique to you. This is what I'm trying to attempt with you. You need to do the work as far as the physical stuff is concerned. I'll throw on the tan lines and all that good stuff, but you realize that you need to be in physically the best shape of your life.
I'm doing everything I possibly can to get there.
Say what?
I'm doing everything I possibly can to get there.
Yeah, here's a better answer. I'll do it, Donovan.
I'm doing it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
You don't sound confident.
I'm already doing it.
Listen, these are real conversations that we have, guys. These are real conversations that we have. Now, someone might say, well, Donovan's not ripped with a six-pack and this and that and the other. No, I'm not. What would you say to that?
I love your arms.
Oh my God. Here we go. All right. Yep, you always say that. Yep. You know that. You know how that goes. Technomage B5 says, as Kevin Samuels said, just because the man has options doesn't mean he'll exercise them. In my case, not my style. Okay, fair enough. D Diddley would be disappointed if he ran up on her in real life. Oh, is that your trackball for your mouse? Okay, good stuff. Okay, we have one more segment here, and this is a very interesting. A very interesting video here. So, this girl, I forget what her name is, but her name is Ebony. Ebony. She has 481 subscribers. Comments are turned off, and if you'll notice, the video has 30 likes, 397 dislikes. Yeah, so there's some disagreement. There's some disagreement there. She's putting hashtag hypergamy, hashtag MGTOW, hashtag team red pill. This was actually, the video looks like it's a little over a year old. So this is another woman who tried to break into the red pill space and failed miserably. And you guys are about to find out why.
Knowing who you are fully, having boundaries and sticking to them, and demanding or commanding respect.
There's problem number one. Demanding or commanding respect. That is a masculine trait. Any thoughts on Ebony? Just say no.
No.
Okay, all right.
That is what I feel like hypergamy is all about.
Oh my God. This bitch really just said hypergamy is all about commanding respect. Unbelievable.
When it comes that time, if you find yourself in a relationship with someone who you thought everything was all good and you thought it was going to work out and everything was beautiful, and they end up not being the person for you, they show their true colors, and they end up really not being that person for you, instead of just sitting there and sticking it out, feeling like maybe you can't do any better, feeling like, oh my God, I love him, no.
What?
You know what you're going to do is you're going to pack your bags and you're going to chunk up the deuces.
You see that? It's funny. Fake femininity. You could already tell this woman was not really speaking the way she speaks. And then right when she had to keep it real, chuck up the deuces, watch. This is what Michaela Pink did.
Feeling like,
watch.
Oh my God, I love him.
Oh my God. But then when it got real, look at this.
No. You know what you're going to do is you're going to pack your bags and you're going to chunk up the deuces.
See that? See how masculine she just got?
Wow.
Kevin Samuels talks about this a lot, that fake femininity. And it's really easy to spot. You can always tell a woman who is not really being real, right? Her voice is just a little too cute, and you're like, oh, dude, it's going to take one. And this is black and white women. All it takes is one thing to set her off, and she's either acting like she's from the hood or from the trailer park.
Yeah, you see that on Fresh and Fit all the time.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, especially when they get their card pulled.
And I don't know if this woman understands what red pill means.
No, she doesn't. She thought she did.
Because she has hashtag team red pill, hashtag know your worth.
Yeah.
In the description there.
Yeah.
I don't, what?
And she called, and the name of the video is a surefire way to avoid manipulative red pill men. So I don't know, maybe.
I have a thought. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. What's your thought?
She's trying to equate just dumping a guy or breaking up with someone as hypergamy, no matter the reason.
Well, not only that, what she described is not a guy who's red pill. It's a guy who faked the funk. Like, a bum-ass nigga fooled her into thinking that he was a ballin'-ass nigga. She fell for it. He showed his true colors, and now she's chunking up the deuces. That's not called hypergamy, sweetheart. That's called common sense. Come on.
And you're going to keep it rolling, and you're going to keep that head held high while you're doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that there's another one out there. If he didn't respect you, if he wasn't going to treat you right, if he wasn't going to give you what it is that you needed, so that you weren't getting the short end of the stick in the relationship, then you gone. Okay? And you're on to the next one.
She's trying to convince herself.
Yeah, on to the next one, as if she's just going to go and pick a man off the high-value tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have no regrets, no hesitation on doing so. Cut them off. That is what being hypergamous is to me. Knowing yourself, your self-worth, your self-value.
That's not hypergamous. That's chicken soup for the soul, man. She sounds like a Jan Levanzant. Like, what are we doing?
Yourself.
Loving yourself.
You're not ever going to get what it is that you deserve out of life in general if you don't love yourself first. You have to be able to love yourself, because when you love yourself, you're always going to put yourself first. And you're never going to allow people to...
It's funny. So she's supposed to be red pill, but she's telling us exactly what the relationship counselor
You know
told
what
us.
this is?
What is it?
It's a recipe for a cat lady.
Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, a lot of cat ladies love themselves, right?
Oh, yes.
Let's go to her next clip. It's even more puzzling. This is wild.
This man. She probably thought that he was perfect. She was probably putting him on a pedestal, which is the reason why she was taking care of him, which is a no-no. I'm telling you right now, any man who is allowing you to be the breadwinner and do the majority of the work in any way, shape, or form is using you.
It's a broad statement.
And even though he's using you and he's well aware of it, there's a part of him that feels emasculated because you're out there doing the man's job, being the provider, buying everything, paying all the bills.
Okay. That doesn't sound like a boyfriend. That sounds like a hobo sexual. Like, what kind of woman is going to be having a man living with her, paying for everything? Let's let her continue, because it gets better.
And, you know, as women, when we're doing all that, there ain't really nothing that you could tell us. You know what I'm saying? You try to come in and try to think you're going to run something, and we're over here paying every bill.
See, that's the problem.
She's full of herself.
Yeah, she's full of herself. Bitches think that because they pay their own bills that we can't tell them nothing, right? Now, if she's dealing with bum-ass niggas who are living up in her house playing video games all day and eating up all her food, well, then yeah.
That sounds like it.
Well, then, yeah, she has a point. But the men she's describing are not these manipulative red pill men. These are bum-ass niggas who fooled you into letting you sleep on her couch.
Or in her bed.
Obviously.
I mean, put it this way. She said, he's allowing me to be the breadwinner. As if she has a choice.
Ay. Unbelievable. Yeah, the title of the video is A Surefire Way to Avoid Manipulative Red Pill Men. So what this woman attempted to do is she attempted to break into the red pill space using just the typical feminist talking points.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make it, I mean, the kind of man she's describing is not red pill at all.
He's lazy.
Yes. That's not a red, like, that man didn't manipulate you. You allowed that to happen.
Boost it down. You know what I'm saying? I run this. You know how women are. We are like that. If you give us too much control, you know, we're going to run with it, and you're going to feel emasculated. Which you should. You should feel emasculated if you're sitting there not doing anything and letting your woman work and pay all the bills. But anyways.
Yeah, but what does that say about her? Right? Like, if you're letting a man live with you and he's not paying shit, what does that say about you? Right? Like, she has all this, and I, like, sweetheart, like, that ain't on him, that's on you.
You deserve the best. You're so powered. You're such a leader, and so you can't kick this guy off your couch?
Or out of her bed?
Guaranteed he felt emasculated because he wasn't out there being the provider. He wasn't doing big things.
So why did you commit to him? Like, why did you commit to him? That's not a red pill guy. That's Dirty Dick Rodney.
Popping and everything like she is. She's got a really big platform. I think she's at least 100K here on YouTube. She's got a really big platform. She's doing the dang thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he wasn't even on that level, you know, at all. 100K. Popping and everything like she is. She's got a vibes. But anyways, guaranteed he felt emasculated because he wasn't out there being the provider. He wasn't doing big things, popping and everything like she is. She's got a really big platform. I think she's at least 100K here on YouTube. She's got a really big platform. She's doing the dang thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he wasn't even on that level. You know?
Well.
At all.
Oh, well. All right.
So, of course, he felt emasculated. But you know what a man who feels emasculated is going to do? He's going to go out and he's going to find a woman who makes her feel like the man. All right?
Wait. She said he feels emasculated because she has more YouTube followers than he does?
I think that's what she said. But she wasn't specific about who she was talking about. I have no idea who that was.
I don't have any YouTube followers.
Well, I would hope not.
Somehow I'm not less of a woman. What kind of crap is that? Doesn't make any sense.
This is I don't know. Like she thinks she's being different, but like she's the same as any other female YouTuber talking about avoiding ain't shit dudes. Okay, great. Don't get with a guy who lets you pay all the bills. Like, that's not breaking news here. Like, that's standard operating procedure for a woman who's worth anything.
It's like manipulative clickbait.
Yeah, like
we're all victims.
Yeah, like, dude, we're giving her, how many views does she have? She's getting more views. 27, dude. She's getting more views today than she's ever had on her entire channel. Ice Dragon Kid says her vocabulary is very childish. Yeah, like, dude, she's not like, dude. Okay. So these women come along. Women like this come along, and they're a dime a dozen. They all give the same talking points, and they all think they're unique. What do you got?
It's an echo chamber. I don't know.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an echo chamber. She said it, so it must be true. So let me say it, so I believe it. It must be true for me, too. You know, it's just nonsense.
Look, man, at least Keita Rose. See, Keita Rose has the same talking points as she does.
But she's got great delivery.
Great delivery, great production, and she's actually pretty funny. Mm-hmm. This bitch is coming off as, and I'm this and I'm that. Then why are we?
She's using big words.
Trying to use big words.
I bet you she never even looked that word up. She just
probably
heard
not.
I saw it on a title somewhere and was, oh, that means I need to level up.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. Well.
Talk to Michaela Pink in the Warren County lockup. The Warren County lockup. Is it time? Time for what?
My surprise.
Oh, your surprise. We have one more super chat there from El Baracho.
Show me my support. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you very much, El Baracho. So Dev says that she has a surprise video for me. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see what we got here.
I found your biggest fan.
Is this it?
Uh-huh.
This is the video?
I'm a fan of YouTuber Donovan Sharpe. That's the title of it. March 4th, 2020.
2 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. She loves
Are you kidding me?
some you. Let's play it. Come on.
This is Ugh.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Guys, this channel is not just about Adam Lambert. It's for me to rant on or appreciate anything or congratulate YouTubers I like. This is an opinionated channel. And it's not just about Adam Lambert. It's about everything I have an opinion on. In this channel, I say things that I wouldn't say in my other channel because my other channel is important.
Oh, well.
But I would like to congratulate Donovan Sharpe.
Oh, my
He's
God.
amazing. I am a woman, as you can see, but I'm his #1 fan. He's doing a great job, and I think men are wonderful. I think they're the most beautiful thing that God has ever created. And of course, there would be no women without them, because we do need the sperm and the egg, right? So I love and appreciate men. I just wanted to let you know that. And Donovan, you've done a great job. Kudos on you for living the red pill life. Men need to do that nowadays because women are getting more and more liberated, so to speak. And
dude, this is insane.
I'm old school. I think that
now?
Women should be respectful of their husbands and their boyfriends.
What on earth is going on in the background?
I don't know. It sounds like the Spanish
They
channel.
need to earn their boyfriend's respect and admiration.
Why won't she center herself?
I am so woke.
Oh my God.
I am not
So
buying
woke.
into any of this feminist bullcrap.
Yes.
Did you put her up to this?
No, I don't know who it is.
Where did you
But I
find this?
bet
This
you-
woman has 2 subscribers. How did you find
I
this?
bet you 30 of those views are me.
Dude, this is that is insanity.
Oh my God, my cheeks hurt.
Yeah, so
I was just doing random, work, SEO work, just looking for you, seeing what's ranking, and I came across this gem. She's your biggest fan.
Yes, she is my biggest fan. Yes, she is. That she told the truth about. Holy moly! Wow. Got a couple of super chats here. Jesus Christ! Seriously, how did you find that? Like, that is dude.
Busted Pillsbury biscuit.
All right. Jesus.
Peter Lee, $5. First time hearing positive things about men from a woman. Also, she has a huge crush on Donovan.
Dude, everything about her is huge.
Red Pill Mike, $2. Devon has found the antidote for a Viagra overdose.
Oh my God. Dude, that's the most insane thing I think I've ever seen.
Oh.
That is, oh my God, that is crazy.
Oh, my face hurts from smiling.
Okay. Wow. Hell of a show today. Man, we've been on the air for 2 hours, man.
Wow.
That's a long, long time.
Well, we got Temptation Island.
We got Temptation Island. Yes, Temptation Island coming up.
Sharpe Stream, download Sharpe
Coming up at the bottom of the hour. That is in 4 minutes. Tailored Carnivore, confirmed speaker at the CME, says face looks like a character out of the movie Tremors. Dude, let me just put this back on the screen. Like, I don't know where. And it's interesting because Minister Japp was always very impressed at how good my haters looked, right? Joy Isabel, not an unattractive girl. She's actually kind of cute. Right. Lisa Faye, I mean, I'd give her the ATM machine. We know she's crazy, but she looks good. Right. And H is the letter H, though was as bald as an eagle, was a good-looking woman. Right. Not this one. Mm-mm. Not this one. This one has brought my Q rating down.
This one has taken the cake.
This one, yes, she's taken more than the cake. But hey, shout out. Listen, man. Hey, real talk. Shout out to Crystal Pearl. Yeah, listen, man. You might not be so easy on the eyes, but hey, man, I'll take the love where I can get it. Yeah. Right? I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, she's not my type, but I appreciate the support. Crystal Pearl, just please don't put out another video about me. I'd appreciate that very, very much. I cannot have you co-signing on me.
Oh, come on. It comes from a place of love.
I don't care where it comes from, man. She can keep it. She can keep it. She can absolutely keep it. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Like I said, we are going to do Temptation Island. The Temptation Island breakdown, of course, is coming up next. You can watch for free on sharpstream.com if you want access to the live replay of this entire episode, as well as the Temptation Island breakdown. Go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Again, that is patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description. Okay, it is time to shrink the audience for the Temptation Island breakdown. So long to Facebook. So long.